Hello, internet friends. And if you can hear this, clap 2 times. Well, all right, there you go. Rachel just clapped, so that's good news. And now I know how much of the delay is really. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Saturday night. This is Quests in Cthulhu. We are playing Down Darker Trails. Just a few quick announcements. He says every time, almost always meaning it. But this time, really not that many. So we'll keep it down. First off, we had a YouTube giveaway that we extended to week number 2. And now everyone's writing clap, clap in the chat. So,
what did you think was going to happen?
I don't know. But I'm glad that, you know, they follow instructions well. That is true. So we just, and by just, I mean just, did the random drawing. I rolled a D10. We had 10 entrants, and Tony Stuckert, if you are listening to this, you have won a set 2 of those wonderful tumblers that, oh, there we go. There we go. There's, with the beverage is not included. You have to put your own beverage in there. So Tony, do us a favor and send your information to Thomas and Amy at Quests and Chaos. If you're on the stream right now, you can also no, Tony Stucker is not Bomb Clancy is trying to convince everyone that she is Tony Stucker.
Don't aggravate him, Bomb Clancy. Don't. We pay for it. If you aggravate him, we suffer.
I happen to know that Bomb Clancy, in fact, already has a pair of these tumblers.
How do you know?
What?
I believe I saw a photo of them on the Discord.
Is she like stealing them? What did she like?
No, she put up a picture of mine because she visited yesterday.
Oh, there we go. Well, there you go. So she is trying. This is like she's trying to figure out where the studio is, and she's gonna like break in. It's not enough that she's won everything. She's gonna like next week. She's gonna post a picture of like her with like the Quests and Chaos wall behind her or something.
I like the idea of her like propelling down. Now, where's the
she's the Mission Impossible thing is there.
Meanwhile, the guy who mows the lawn is outside like this.
There's a door. So congratulations, Tony Stuckert, whoever you are, not Bomb Clancy, is who that is. A little birdie told me that the Birds of Paradise, the official dice, I really like how the green screen messes with these. The official dice of the Great Dane Society, the dice from the Kickstarter are arriving tomorrow to Birds of Paradise, and then they'll get shipped out to everybody else. That is awesome news because I don't know if you know this, and this is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but global shipping is super messed up right now. And getting anything anywhere that is not in the country that it is already in is nigh impossible. And in the US, it's even in the country it's in. There are crates and those huge shipping boxes stacked up at every port in the United States and not enough trucks to get them out. And so tons and tons and tons of not just games, but almost any material you can think of is just stuck. And that has had an interesting concomitant effect, which is now in China, there is a drastic shortage of those shipping containers because they're all here because we can't get them out. And so China doesn't have the shit. Like one Kickstarter that I have has for the past 3 months kept saying, we're hoping we get on a boat. We didn't get on a boat. We're hoping we get on a boat. We did. The global shipping thing is incredibly messed up, and it is to Birds of Paradise's credit and Andrea's hard work that we're getting dice because we could just as easily be not getting dice for a long time. So I'm super excited to be getting my birds of paradise. Hopefully you're getting yours as well. If you want to get some bird of paradise, like these lovely saguaros that disappear and appear, it looks like they're on witness protection. You can go to birdsofparadise.com and use our code chaotic. Maybe is this the one that's just chaotic? I never remember.
Chaotic.
Chaotic, just chaotic. That's all. Just use our code. You're going to get a nice chunk of change off your order. And really, these saguaros are just so satisfying. I had last Sunday, I had my first home game since the pandemic. We're all vaccinated, so we all got together and we played. And just rolling these on my table, on my game table, was a very satisfying experience. I didn't kill anybody, sadly, but it's Warhammer. So I'm going to give somebody a disease soon. That'll be my
That's how you die in Warhammer, right?
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get a splinter. That's how they kill you.
And
you
yes,
get
it's
hit by a
slowly,
rusty blade, and then the tetanus sets in, and
that's right. That is exactly right. We have a rich, full week of entertainment here that might include a surprise stream. So pay attention to your Twitch notifications, because you never know when a board game might pop up on stream. Tuesday.
A wild board game has appeared.
That's right. But Monday evening, it's Dragon of Ice Spire Peak. Then, who knows? Wednesday, the Redacted Reports is redacted. And then Saturday, probably Rime of the Frost Maiden. Who knows what time? It's a moving target. Time is a relative concept anyway. And then we're back here Saturday evening to close it out, playing Call of Cthulhu. So that's the schedule for this week. Like I said, there's going to be a special thing. And, the hope is that as we start to get, I hate the phrase back to normal, because it is not back to normal. And most of the world is nowhere near where we are. And we should acknowledge that we are really lucky, very fortunate. But that, board games are a easy way that we can sort of start to get content in the studio. And I have, frankly, a stack of dozens of board games that need to get played. So as we start to take baby steps to getting back in studio, I will keep bugging people to play board games. That's all I'm saying. It is Pride Month, and all month we are highlighting creators, LGBTQ plus IA creators who do awesome things. And I am matching any donation that you make to an LGBTQ charity. All you have to do is tell me about it, and I will match it, and you will be entered to win these really cool Heartbeat Pride dice that for some reason don't trigger. They're very metal. Thomas, close your ears. I need a dice tray on this. That's
dice of metal.
You should. These are, these big saguaros are light, but still.
They still make a good chunk. Yeah, the saguaros make a very. So you make a donation to Lambda Legal, to the AIDS Project, to any your local LGBTQ resource center, shelters. You make a donation to that. You tell me about it. I match it. You are entered in the drawing to get those dice. This time I'm going to highlight. I'm going to highlight a D&D streamer. Something I don't normally do, but this guy is just so awesome. He is a Twitch. He streams video games, but he also plays in a number of different D&D games. He's a big part of the Critical Role community. Critical Bard, Omega Jones. Omega Jones is just really an amazing voice for diversity in gaming of every sort. A super cool guy, and somebody who loves nerd games like we do. And that is a beautiful thing. Critical Bard is somebody you should be following on Twitch. You should watch his games. He's played in a number of really interesting streams. He also, frankly, goes over the top with the makeup and the cosplay stuff. The guy's got horns like 30% of the time. It's impressive. He really does it up for that when he's playing, and he is just he is a font of D&D knowledge. And if you want to like follow somebody who wants to talk about what the last Unearthed Arcana did to arcane, I don't even know all the words, but he's down for all of the little bits of D&D rules and talking about making random characters and things like that. So give Critical Bar to follow. He is awesome. And he was actually featured. Twitch did a whole Pride ad, and he posted a picture of his face in Times Square because they played it on the great big jumbotron there.
Oh my God.
And the funny thing is, he has been trying for like a year to get the little check mark on his Twitter thing.
To get verified.
And Twitter is like, well, we don't know who you are. And so he posted the picture of his face in Times Square. He's like, does this count? Am I somewhat of import in the hobby? I enjoyed that. All right, I think that's it for announcements. Did I miss? Oh, and Tiana, that's right. Sorry, Thursdays? Yeah.
Yes, Thursday. One more. I have. I can't talk today, apparently. This upcoming Thursday, I'm going to be doing my last guest role, my last guest spot on Roll For It, where I'm going to be playing Keladre Cooper. We'll see if they actually pronounce her name right at any point during the stream. We ended with in the Shadowfell with a chain something taking on the appearance of one of our characters' grandfathers, and using her non-existent wisdom to capture her. So we'll see what happens. I'm very interested in this. Shadowfell is a terrifying, amazing place.
I mean, this is probably a question you don't want to answer, but like, so that next time is your last episode.
Yeah.
Like, so, is your end predetermined? Is there like not to, don't spoil anything.
Spoilers, Ezra.
I will say
Look
this.
and see.
Enter Elysium is an excellent GM. I've had a great deal of fun playing with him and observing the way that he weaves the story. So I don't know what my ending is going to be, but I trust him.
There we go. All right, yeah. That's the kind of thing that like I've been like, so in the last episode of my podcast, James and I actually talked a lot about running games on stream and sort of producers and narrative stuff and that sort of thing. And it's something I find how GMs handle that. I find really interesting. All right, They're not gonna tell you how it ends. They're just gonna say, make sure your character is standing by those rocks. Right. Another step back.
I mean, the players seem to like me well enough. One of them was like, can we have Keladre be a quest giver more often? She's cool.
There we go. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, right.
And so this Thursday is your final. So tune in Thursday. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning or something.
10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning. Tune in Thursday. See if Tiana dies or not.
I have actually never had a character die on stream, so this might be a first. Actually, I don't think I've ever had a character die.
Well, that down.
You're not playing it right.
Yeah, you need to make
gonna write that down, Icarus.
I've only been playing for like 3 years. I haven't had all the decades of experience that you guys have.
Jill killed my character in the first.
You came in
justified. She was completely justified.
You came in with a joke character who was demanding to be killed. I did not do that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, fair enough. But still, the fact that she didn't, it wasn't even ceremonious. It was like, here's a warning shot to the rest of the party. And everyone was like, ooh, this is too dangerous. We should back out now. And it's like that. Okay. Even though I made a more serious character afterwards, which survived a good bit longer. But still, 3 years is plenty of time to go through many characters.
Pour one out for old Funkmaster Beats. Funkmaster Groove.
Somebody.
And Rowan.
And yeah. All right. So, well, there you go. That was just a few short announcements.
It was only 15 minutes. You're doing well.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Oh, felt longer to me. Friends, follow us now down darker trails. I want to talk to HR about the hate speech that occurred during that moment because
Can't be hate speech if you can't spell it right.
I can't believe you used that marker. No wonder you aren't going to be able to read there. That's okay. That's
Is that an episode title though? I want to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how will the algorithm impact us?
So we, one of the reasons that our announcements were so short was I forgot America's favorite segment. First of all, welcome back, Amy. It's nice to know that, enough allergy meds can get you out of, living and functioning.
Out of the house, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's time for Amy. Wait, is this, I can't remember. Is this Thomas reads Amy's handwriting or is this Amy does
What are we
math?
going to do this time?
I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Given what happened.
Looking at this.
It's the best idea ever, especially since I don't even know what the hell I wrote.
Well,
All right,
it's time
I'll
for
take it over.
Amy
Keep in mind
reads
that
Amy's handwriting.
there's more coming in chat. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with Tamago
That's it.
dash 500 Ezra Kill Summer.
Wow.
What did summer do to you?
I don't know.
It's
Who
the
is
summer
this
of
bitch?
All
We
right.
then have Of Three Kingdoms with 500. Anki.
Inky to her favorite Pac-Man ghost. That is fabulous. Personally, Clyde is my favorite.
I don't know what that, what is that too? Zero Anki. It's kind of what it says here.
Inky.
We
I'm not explaining it. You just gotta read
we
it.
then have
Well, we need to know
Jay
where it
Matthews. I don't know if this is an imposter or if this is number 86, but Jay Matthews, 500 Ezra. Killed the
It says kill sausages or something like that.
Kill sausages. Wow.
No, that's the real
Killed
one.
paralyzed something. And then we
the
have
fu-
Duke League
the- 500
players.
The
Oh,
of
thank
Three
God.
Kingdoms was to me. And just to
Yes.
give her her due, she says, because there's so much sanity left for the Danes to lose.
Yeah, see, it says kill someone.
It says zero Anki.
Do we have a lot of sanity? I mean, I'm looking at my character sheet.
Yeah, but you are
I'm like-
deliberately like running Jared's brain into the ground.
It's like,
Uh,
what do you
Don't
think
you
our
get that crazy?
sanity is at?
We also have Dead Boy 42 is 500 bits. I'm assuming to the players.
I hope so, because we need it.
Oh, actually, he says Tiana needs it to not die on stream.
Thank
So
you.
Well-
I appreciate you.
could be going to me. I don't know for that.
No, I need it to not die
It's
on
a
stream.
bribe to not kill you.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want you to know I can't be bought. I can be rented, but I can't be bought.
So Duke's
to know.
League was 500 bits to the players just for fun.
Just
You
for
know.
fun.
Just
All
for
right,
fun.
just for funsies.
How many do you have?
You have 5, I think, and I have 3. You have 5, counting the 4 you started with.
That would be 6, because we
Well, there
got
you go.
500 from Tamago Tora. I'm taking it.
That was to me.
For-
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not Tamago Tora, from
Dead boy.
that's it.
Dead boy. All right. So last time, Abe was very upset with the alcohol and hooker situation in Salt Lake City, and was planning to leave. Meanwhile, Abe basically stormed out of the team meeting of like, let's go find this tablet. And Abe's like, I'm gonna go find a drink. Meanwhile, the rest of the party decided to head up to. They found the correct location thanks to a note from a ghost that was pretty quickly discovered to be a forgery that Jared had written, and they headed out to an enclave of buildings out in the middle of nowhere, north of Provo, and found a small stockade essentially built out of cabins, and inside they found a person who had been left as a human booby trap essentially, and that person turned into a horrible bone serpent that plagued them for some time. But
You're cutting out the horrible thing that it turned into before the bone serpent, but you know what?
Sure.
Yeah, we can gloss
Sure,
over that.
you know,
That's
sure,
okay.
there were, the Final Fantasy villain aspect of it involved several different awful things happening to all sorts of things. And they escaped, some of them fairly injured, and they got some information about where the tablet is. Apparently, the place had been attacked and the tablet had been taken. They got the name of an island, Durance Island in the Great Salt Lake. And you had tromped back to, what's the name of the town you had gone to in Utah here? Lovely little town north of Provo. It was like, it was Pleasant Grove.
Yes.
And you found a surprisingly compliant doctor who got you, started to get you fixed up. And I want to very quickly, one of the things that we talked about last week in the after show, I think we talked about it in the after show, was a scene that we think needs to happen really quickly.
That's arguable. That's arguable. Not speaking in my own best interests.
Arguable that it'll be quick, because I'm kind of with you on that one.
But so after you have taken, after you've taken sort of rest for the night, you're spending the night in Pleasant Grove. How do we want to initiate this?
Gianna, you're just go for it, right? Go for it.
Pull the Band-Aid off.
I'm the one taking the swan dive onto this one.
Well, I thought it was I thought it was you. I thought it was your thing. Like I would have done this.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right. So we're in Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, you're in a hotel room in Pleasant Grove.
I'm there as well. Like I'm
You
back.
are not yet, Abe. You will be when they
Okay.
get to Salt Lake.
Okay.
it's a shame because there's alcohol here, right? So we
The
would have
doctor
taken this
had some alcohol, yes.
So we would have taken this opportunity to get a little sauced.
A little bit. Poor Abe. Are we all at dinner? Are we collected?
You are you're kind of the only people in Pleasant Grove that are not from Pleasant Grove, and so everybody else is kind of avoiding you.
Well, I mean, I would avoid us too. So
yeah, you're all chewed up, like literally in some cases.
yeah. That doctor was real good though, because I'm back up to full health. Because
I still need some more. So we'll see.
He did real good. But yeah, I'm sitting at the table and kind of like pushing food around on my plate, and then finally just like put my fork down and be like, all right, something's been bothering me. Pretty much since we got to that enclave and found out that no one was really there. I thought that you said that map came from the ghost that's been following us around.
Elias looks over
towards Elias
at Jared.
I'm looking at them.
I'm just shaking my head, going.
Well, first off, before we get to that, Ramsey, how was your first experience with the weird shit that we deal with?
Elias, do not think for 1 second that I don't know you're trying to deflect.
Well, but yeah, no, the weird. And I heard about y'all that you guys were into some shit, and I'm all in. I'm all in.
You actually seemed way more than all in, which is honestly a little concerning.
No, I don't want a boring life.
Well,
you're right.
Well,
you almost died.
Yeah, you almost didn't have a life though. So
no,
it's not wanting to have a boring life.
But I killed that thing with the dynamite. I got to throw it. It was awesome. I mean, golly gosh, I can't believe that thing was just so huge and big, and we got it. We made it so it could not attack the other people. It was awesome.
I mean,
heroes. Yes, you're right. We are heroes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was a small time hero. Driving people around, driving gold around. now. But no, I'm sorry. You guys were talking about something.
No,
I'm just. I mean,
it's,
if you are going to be traveling with us,
what do you mean if?
you are traveling with us. Therefore, it is not in our interest or your interest to be hiding things.
Agree. Totally agree.
Jared also is probably good advice.
I'm just like, Jared,
I don't see how.
I don't either. And I'd very much like to know how exactly that comment pertains to what we've been talking about.
I'm sorry, Jared. I love you like a weird old prospector. But
there's always a but at the end of that sentence.
But we gotta be open. Jared killed somebody. Jared killed that guy in San Francisco. Look, I mean, we've all done things we're not proud of.
Yeah.
I mean that the I don't know. I've got attached girlfriend or overly attached girlfriend back at the bar. We all do things we're not proud of.
But I was saying self-defense. Did you? I mean, this you had to kill this guy, yeah?
Jared, what happened? And how in the hell did you kill him without blood?
What?
I made a deal with the devil to get this information.
Which one?
Believe you
Which
are
one?
acquainted.
Sorry, what, Jared?
I believe you are acquainted.
Oh, shit.
Y'all know the devil? Okay, that's
Jared, why?
I didn't quite know what I was getting myself into.
You saw what in the hell Jonesy's been going through, and you didn't know what you were getting into?
In all fairness, I don't think Jonesy fully understands either.
Well, no, probably not, or she'd stop calling on that thing.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
All right.
But that's how we knew that the tablet was there.
So you contacted Rat-Face McGee.
Good, you're avoiding the Beetlejuice rules. I appreciate that. Okay.
I also just don't like him, and you don't call someone by their right name if you don't like them.
it's true.
So you called on him and made a deal with him to get that map that Elia showed us?
Not quite. I made a deal with him to find out how to dispose of that object.
Was it any help?
It was not.
All right.
But at the time I believed it to be a better alternative than to return it. However, we could still detour to find a volcano.
Detour where?
Well, I've been looking into that. Maybe Hawaii.
Maybe where?
Why?
This adventure will take a turn.
Hawaii,
Hawaii episode incoming.
Hawaii in 1870 is a super cool place. The
Deep
U.S.
episode.
The U.S. is about to overthrow the legal monarch of Hawaii and say it's ours now. Oh man, we totally go to 1870 Hawaii.
And that is not including that there is going to be a boat voyage to Hawaii. So,
Oh God, the Duchess.
out of character, the Great Dane Society is going to Hawaii.
Oh God, is this going to be a
is
Brady
it
Bunch?
Speech Week already? Is that?
Yeah, I was like, is it the Brady Bunch Idol episode of our show?
I was gonna say the anime beach episode that's required for every anime. There has to be at least one.
Mhm. Well, we've already
Special
had
guest star,
Nick and Jared, though, so I don't feel there's anything else that we can offer the people. But in character, Jared is like kind of like active volcano. If we want to do this right, and we don't want to just hand this back to the dark deity, volcano
Right.
wants to visit Hawaii.
Jared, just to be clear, Jenkins did tell you that returning it to the temple, it could be destroyed there.
It was, but it was the temple was where it came from, right?
Yeah, but he did
There's
say
some implication in there where and this might just be Jared being distrustful, because like Nick was thinking about that, but
why
Jared
would you distrust the devil?
Yeah, see, yeah, he's
Yeah.
leaning towards the volcano. He thinks that the volcano is the right option.
Yeah.
Sorry to let you into the mind of Jared, everyone. But
The mind of Jared.
Terrifying.
Yeah. But no,
So-
not at this point. Ramsey's going to go, you guys are not talking about the real devil. You're talking about somebody who you don't like. I get it now.
You're talking about
Yes,
someone.
yes.
many forms. Sorry, Tiana.
They're fine.
Well,
Talking about someone who can do supernatural type of things and offers deals. He may not be the devil, but he's a devil.
do supernatural things and make deals. Ooh.
Don't even fucking think about it. There's a reason I haven't used its name around you.
All right.
I like him. Them.
So, Jared, I'm missing a piece in here. Why was killing someone part of the deal? I don't think Jonesy's had to do that.
Elias leans in.
So I don't remember. Just remind me. Did Jared explain this to Elias already? I think he did. He doesn't want to
Briefly.
Jared's just going to look deeply uncomfortable while Nick tries to figure
This-
out what
I was gonna say-
exactly he would do.
Was this the first time you killed a man? Is that why this is such a big deal?
Oh, heavens no.
All right.
I think you are invoking the wrong side of that.
But I believe it is the first time that I killed an innocent man. I'm confident that it is the first time I killed an innocent man.
So the deal that this, from what I understand, that this small furry creature
It's for
does.
the soul of the person in question. I was not able to make said payment, so an alternative was proposed.
You had to find a soul. So you had to do something to an innocent person to find a soul? Oof.
That is correct.
Jeebus.
I wonder if Jonesy's aware that she signed away her soul.
As it was described to me, it is doubtful.
Well,
Or at least I hope that she does not understand. Because I would not want that weighing upon me.
Well, Jonesy seemed like a pretty good person in the making the shoes for the horses, and so I hope they know.
all right.
Well, okay. Anyway, good. So I just think that we need to be a little bit more trusting of us, even though I realized, Jared, that I just broke whatever trust we had. So, they haven't invented buses yet, but I sure as heck threw you under one.
Threw him under the stagecoach.
Yeah.
Ramsey knows about driving people over.
That's
If
not
not,
correct.
he will soon.
Vehicular manslaughter. There's a difference.
So the I haven't seen the ghost since San Francisco.
He got himself left behind.
And thank you, whoever did that. But the information that we got at the time, I am almost certain the tablet was here or there.
Yeah, that makes
I think
sense.
things
now.
have changed.
Yeah, because it makes a lot more sense now. Because if it was coming from the ghost might be able to be like, hey, by the way, the thing's moved. You don't need to go to this creepy ass place. But if you got that information in San Francisco, well, going off of all of the signs that we found, that place has only been empty for about 2 days.
So somebody raided it before we got there.
Or they just went through all the bodies they had and
I think there's more going on than we know of. I don't think that they just up and left.
No, they got taken. That's what the fellow over the fire was saying. And I don't know. I know he got turned into something, but I don't think that he was that originally. And I think he was telling the truth. Because you mentioned the sign thing that was on the door, on the gate, right?
Yeah, seal.
I think that whoever took this, set him up as a trap for anyone who might be coming that way. Us, maybe, or anyone else coming after the tablet.
well, given what whoever did that is capable of, do we have any ideas on how we might want to prepare for visiting this island?
Who's hurt really bad?
I think Jonesy's the one that was
Ramsey.
has this is I gave this question before. Was Jared looked at?
The doctor looked at everybody. So you got, what was it? It was like 4 points back. So you got
I think it was 6.
Oh, 6. You got the 6 points back.
Oh, maybe I factored that in. I think no, I was actually hurt kind of bad. I think I'm where I should be. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still hurt.
Actually, we're not that far out of Salt Lake, are we?
Nope. You'll be
Okay.
there tomorrow.
All right. So we didn't get the train and relaxing ride. Okay.
No, you were on horseback, and your horses survived.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The
Of course
horse.
they did.
What the?
No, this is a red herring. Ezra had them
So
possessed
far.
while we were down at the cabins, and they're gonna turn on us at some point because that's how Ezra rolls. And they're gonna turn on us.
Why are you giving away the game, dude? Come on.
Why are you giving him any ideas, dude?
We all need to be prepared as we're riding on our horses, and all of a sudden their backs open up into these monstrous maws and try to eat us whole. That's Ezra. That's how Ezra does things.
That's
Well, you just gave him ideas. Well done.
I like that
Deep
image.
down, deep down, I know it might not have been a conscious thought yet, but it was going to happen.
Yeah,
you heard it. It got beamed.
I thought it was weird when they rented to us as Trojan horses. Like,
They were cheaper. All right, so you have a nice night's sleep at the hotel, and the next day you head out, and you will make it back to your hotel in Salt Lake by late afternoon. And when you come into the room, you hear you hear the sound of vomiting out the window. And you find Abe with the hotel doesn't have bathtubs. They have wash tubs, and a wash tub has been brought in, and apparently it's full of illicit alcohol, or was full. And you see Abe, like, alternatively dipping a cup in, drinking something, and he may be almost blind at this point.
I was about to say, I think Abe got into the rubbing alcohol out of desperation.
Talk
So
about
Abe-
bathtub gin.
It's a bad turkey leg. It was a bad turkey leg.
Yeah, Abe, you made some not very subtle, like, where can a guy get a drink around here? And then you very much misunderstood the term bathtub gin. And you have a tub of homemade hooch here. That is it's getting the job done, but it is not smooth going down. And so that's what you've been doing for 2 days. You've been on a bender.
Okay.
We need to make our own like mini still to like salvage this mess.
If you want to take the time to do that, sure.
I mean, I guess lives are on the line, but also you can't let a bathtub full of moonshine go to waste. So like, I guess this is a group decision is what I'm saying.
Bathtub gin, as long as Abe hasn't been washing in it.
Oh, that ain't
It
gin.
it was a thought though. This is not high quality stuff, but
See, no, I know how that thing goes.
How you doing there, buddy?
I am perfectly fine. Sober as a judge, or at least this other judge that I know.
I was going to say I've met a few judges, and well, I've seen most of them in this state of disarray.
How were the horses?
They're alive.
Did you
Everybody
give a
cares
turkey
about
to
the
the
horses.
cannibals? Did you give a turkey to the cannibals, or were they already full?
Oh, that's another thing we need to blame on Jared as well. He ate the turkey leg.
What?
Oh,
I sent you with a gift to the cannibals, and
There were no
Jared-
the cannibals had already left or expired. The turkey leg was fair game.
Yeah, there wasn't much there. We found one, or Susanna found one, and I got bit pretty bad. So
by cannibal.
Nah, we found a person who was in his last moments, and as he was dying, he turned into a horrible, horrible thing that I'm very glad you didn't see.
Me too. So what you're telling me is that there are still cannibals out there.
Yes, and they're closer now than ever before.
Oh God.
Well, wait,
I get in the tub of gin and just do this.
well, hold on a second, because I'm a bit confused by this. The cannibals were over at. The information that we had was that cannibals had the tablet. We believe all the cannibals were slaughtered, and the tablet was taken by something else. Is that correct? Are we still dealing with cannibals?
What I'm understanding is that someone came to that particular establishment and stole all of the people. So
yeah, we didn't find any remains.
we didn't find bodies or much bones to
Nope.
suggest that the people had been ate there. So it sounds like,
But the cannibals was previous information,
yeah.
and things
So-
have changed.
Yeah, the ghost said that whoever had the he had the tablet, and people that tried to eat him tried to take it.
That was also the guy that
Oh, right. That was the guy who actually,
Manning?
that was the guy that Manning was haunting. Sorry.
yeah.
That was the guy that Manning was haunting. Said that.
From what we understand, they're on an island in the Great Salt Lake.
So we still have cannibals. We still don't have the tablet.
We do not know if we have cannibals.
But we need you on your top game.
For what?
For killing cannibals.
Can't.
Or cannibal
It's-
substitutes.
I'll
Yeah,
say,
or-
how many
or
of them
not.
can they seduce?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can only seduce so many cannibals.
You know, maybe we could just, in the dead of night, sneak onto the island with this tub of gin. Wait a day, and then go in.
All right, I see two problems with it. No, I see three problems with this plan.
But it's still a good plan. We're going to agree.
Well, first of
Is
all,
it? I don't think it's a good plan.
It's
I
a-
think I was
no.
not being serious.
First of
No,
all, sneaking onto the island when we don't even know which one it is going to be a bit of a trick. Second of all, sneaking something this big is going to be difficult. And third, I think Abe might actually shoot you if you try to take that away from him.
No, we know what island it is. It's Durance Island. We need to find out how big it is. We need to find out more about it. So we need to go to the assay office.
Well, we know the name of the thing, but we don't know which island it is in the.
Right.
Well, yeah,
But
a map.
and
They
sneaking
would have
onto
a
the
map.
island at night sounds very.
That is doable, maybe.
Let's see. What would be? Everybody, make me a luck roll.
12
Wow.
10.
out of 54.
Oh God, no.
Wow. All right.
Oh
So,
yeah, I got a 22, so that would be a hard 6.
all right. Anybody? So the three of you that got hard or better successes on this. Wow, you guys have spent a lot of time in Salt Lake. That's kind of weird. Somehow, maybe it's you heard a story about it, or someone told you about it, or something like that. You all know that the Great Salt Lake expands and contracts fairly regularly, and so sometimes islands appear and disappear depending on it's not tides, it's actually the water the water dissipates, and when it does, since you got a critical success, it's basically just mud. It's basically just a mud field.
I don't know if we'd be able to walk across that without losing boots and legs.
Nope.
It
And
would
I
be-
know I am not faster than a zombie. I definitely cannot be faster than a cannibal stuck in mud. Well, maybe I could be.
It depends.
Cannibal stuck in mud, yes. You stuck in mud? No.
Maybe-
Snowshoes. That's the
I
answer.
was literally about to suggest exactly the same.
I'm gonna go barefoot.
Hmm.
Are you going to scare the mud into letting you go with the smell?
No, just so you can't get stuck. It's easier to get your feet out.
You know what? You're onto something. You can't
Mud.
get stuck if you don't go.
Here's the question though: is he looks out the window? Is it dry now?
You from your window, you cannot really see the Salt Lake. It's super seasonal, but it also depends on rain and that sort of thing. But the islands that come and go are still, people will often, there are maps of the island of the lake at various levels.
Yeah, so let's do our research with the rest of it's afternoon right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do the research with the time we have left, get a boat and leave at dusk.
So yeah, even if we have a boat, could that go across the mud?
Yeah,
We'll
boats
have to
don't,
stop at the mud, but what are we gonna
Oh.
do? Swim out there?
depends on where you're going, depending on
Yeah.
which shore of the lake you're closer to. So Salt Lake City is on the eastern border of the lake. At this point in time, it's like southeast of the lake, of the Great Salt Lake. And then really there's not a whole lot of the railroad travels along the west coast of the Salt Lake. The east coast is heading up into the mountains, and there's not a lot on the east side of the lake.
Okay, well let's go out and do our research and see if we can find which island this is.
Friends, it as is tradition, we have been raided by the Welcome Inn. So welcome in.
Giveaway?
I want to give the Welcome Inn a plug. I watched some of a game that they did last week with an amazing cast. It was a really great cast, and I really enjoyed it. So welcome in. Thanks for coming, guys.
And in honor of this raid, we are going to give away a pair of these whiskey tumblers that say I've drinking too much.
What?
I've drank too much. from this
Drinking too
tumbler.
much?
See,
Now I want to get tumblers that actually say that. They have like a line, and it's like,
So enter hashtag chaos into the chat to be entered into the drawing for
no.
the pair of whiskey tumblers
No. At this point,
in honor of this raid.
we should call those tumblers the Welcome Inn, because they cause them to happen every week. It's amazing.
That should
I
be
think
at
you
the
know what?
bottom.
I'm going to say it right now. I am adding the Welcome Inn is a hotel in Reno.
Ooh.
I'm adding it to
Nice.
our list of places in Reno. You can,
Damn it, more competition?
We don't have an inn. We're just
We have rooms.
we're just a
We
bar.
have rooms.
We mostly live in those rooms. Come on.
All right, so you are going to do a little research around trying to find some information about Durance Island. So everybody who wants to do this, make me a library use roll.
What?
This is where
Unbelievable.
Jared's gonna shine.
Sure, I'll
Yeah.
give it a try. Why not?
Oh wow.
Nope.
I got 5. I wasn't even trying.
No,
I was
literally,
just
I-
sitting there.
I got
Jared's
an odd
wrong,
5
roll for
too.
disadvantage.
What the?
Oh,
I got an odd 5. That was a success because I
all
have.
right.
I'm work that off.
So
I got an
Uh,
odd 50. So same
I
thing.
have a 63 and I rolled a 77.
so Elias
Drunken
Jackson.
Fuckerson, though.
Yeah, Elias is like he's in the library, like flipping through books. He's like, maybe if I look at the atlas for 1860, maybe if I look at and meanwhile, Abe and Susanna are talking with the librarian, and the librarian literally goes, "Oh, Durance Island. There's a name I haven't heard in quite a while. Yeah, it's a small island on the eastern mudflat of the Great Salt Lake. About let's see here. Yeah, there's literally nothing on the about a third of the way up the lake on the if you head out of town to the west, you're going to find the bottom of the lake. Then you're going to head up following the coast to what extent there is, and Durance Island is going to be about a quarter mile in. The way that we always found it was there is a great big oak tree that is in the middle of Durance Island, and when the lake is high, that oak tree is the only part of the island that's visible. But when it's low, you can see the rest of the island. I don't think there's a lot of information on Durance Island here. Let me see what I can find. And so as
I just yelled really loud in the library, found it.
Elias pulls down like the atlas from 1837, and the librarian comes over and says, could I borrow this real quick? And like takes the atlas and goes back to Abe and Susanna and like flips and goes, yeah, here it is on the map.
Oh my God, the look on Elias's face.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you have a rough idea of where where Durance Island is. It's going to be about, give or take terrain, it's going to be about a 2-day ride.
Okay, and I'll jot down the instructions that they gave us on piece of paper with a pencil, stick it in my pocket.
Is this actually in the Salt Lake, or is this on a different?
It is on the Salt Lake. So one thing to remember is that in 1870, Salt Lake City was not abutting the Great Salt Lake as it does now.
Oh.
Salt Lake City is mainly in the valley between the awesomely named I Want to Go There mountain. That is literally the name of the mountain. And the mountain on the other side. And so it is farther than it would be today to get to the Salt Lake, where now like the airport is like close to the Salt Lake.
No, but a 2-day ride is a lot of distance. So I'm this is nowhere near the Salt Lake, is what it sounds like.
Well, so you're essentially going this way and that way, and you can't go this way because the lake is here. So you're riding out along the lake, and then you're riding west along the lake, and then you're riding north when the lake ends.
All right. So, but if we think they were taken there, how would those other people get there? The cannibals.
I beg your pardon? There's no people on Durance Island. I mean, you can't really live. People have tried, like, smugglers and that sort of thing have tried to live in the Salt Lake. It's very inhospitable.
How big is the island when it's like this?
It's not that big. There's not a house on it or anything like that. There couldn't be a house on it because the island basically disappears when the lake is high.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well done.
Thank you.
What was that about
Okay.
cannibals?
Just
Cannibal's bad.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I just walk away.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, they are bad. Yes, cannibals are bad.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Once we're out of earshot of the librarian, we look at Ramsey and be like, we maybe don't want to discuss those sorts of things in front of people who haven't had our kinds of experiences.
Oh yeah. No.
I do not much fancy being locked up in a loony bin.
Oh yeah. No. That no. Okay. Yeah. No. Gosh darn it. I hear you.
No, you're fine, and I understand. I mean, it is a valid question how they got people out there, but I reckon we're going to have to find out when we get out there.
I mean, let's say you did come across a cannibal and there was no tablets around them. You may want to report them to the authorities. I mean, although sometimes, that gets you in jail and only sheer
Well, if somebody's
dumb luck
trying to
gets you
eat me,
out.
I won't stand for that. If somebody's trying to eat me,
Right. Well, yeah.
why would I report them to anybody?
Everybody who saw the map, so the three of you, make me spot hidden rolls. So Abe, the three of you that made your library rolls.
Yep, just regular.
All right, Abe, you are pleased to see that as you travel west to the edge of the lake, there are a couple of small towns along the way. One of them is Brighton.
Nope. Nobody, nope. I don't know if this is our Brighton or another Brighton, but you know what it's not time for? It's not in season this year. Next year or the other year. None of this is seasonable.
Oh, but,
What?
huh?
Brighton is right here on the map.
But that's not Brighton, Nevada.
No, that is not a Brighton. It is not the same Brighton. It's just a town named Brighton.
You cannot tell me that is not the same Brighton. I will be going around.
Well, I can tell you that's not the same Brighton because it's in the wrong state.
Is Utah a state yet, or is it still a
Yes,
territory?
Utah is a state.
Okay. I don't remember what states are what at this point.
There's Hartford, Connecticut, and then there's Hartford, Massachusetts, and then Hartford, New York. Anyway, Hartford is a town that has many different towns. They're not all the same town in different states.
Just be suspicious.
Okay.
Also,
But-
I do.
No, I'm 100% with Abe on this one. I don't trust anything named Stillwater or Brighton right now, and I'm positive there's another Stillwater somewhere.
Mhm.
I'm looking. There's not one in Utah.
You were so hopeful, though, weren't
Yeah.
you?
We got to settle our own Stillwater.
And
There's
then
a Chicken Creek.
But why would you want still water?
yeah,
Hmm.
no, we need to find our own Stillwater, and then go around and put dynamite in every building, and then just sit back and watch it blow up.
Mhm.
I know what you tried with Brighton.
All right. So, how? Okay.
What?
Anyway, we probably need a night's rest. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Although, or do we want to sneak out? You want to go at dawn? Hey,
Yeah.
do you want to get up at like 4 a.m?
No.
Well, it's going to be a moot point. We're going to have to, if it's 2 days, we're going to have to go around. So let's get a night's rest, see if we can make it to another place where we can get another good night's rest, and
Mhm.
so on until we are at our destination.
That sounds
We
like
should-
wisdom.
We should rent a wagon.
You are such a smart guy, Jared.
I would say practical, but thank you.
Hmm.
We also need bottles to fill. We can't leave that bathtub there,
No, we cannot, just in case we could run into another Brighton.
or another
Unless
Salt
it-
Lake City.
Yep.
Oh, it does burn. I could use some of that. Yeah.
That would
It does
burn
burn.
crazy.
Oh, and Jared needs to restock his dynamite.
All right.
Paper
That
That
is a sentence I
dynamite.
hoped I would never hear.
that is
Is dynamite 25 cents a stick, or is it like lower?
no. Here it's 50 cents. This is not a mining town.
50 cents.
Well, but what are harmonicas?
Oh, at least $200.
This is a harmonica town. Mormons need something to do. So
But
So
music
they-
is sinful.
Oh, yeah, at least
Oh.
$200. I was right.
So do we buy some?
What, harmonicas?
Yeah.
No.
All right. I think we've given everybody enough time to enjoy our spectacle here. We're going to roll. Last chance. Enter hashtag chaos into the chat
all
for a
right.
chance to win a pair of these little whiskey tumblers. You know, you can drink anything out of them. It's a glass.
Oh, no, don't tell people that.
I'm currently drinking cider. It's delicious.
Ooh.
Oh, you're ruining it.
I don't like whiskey, which I know is heresy for many of my friends.
What about whiskey bourbon?
Oh.
Is there a difference?
Oh,
Okay.
guess what?
Yes.
The more
I
flavor.
want cider now too. Though.
It's really good cider too. It's raspberry cider and just
Ooh.
mm.
Oh, I need it.
There's also pineapple cider in the fridge.
Yeah.
All right. Commune DM. Congratulations. That is a new name I've not heard.
All right. Congratulations, commune. And hopefully that means you're a dungeon master. Although I prefer game master, but congratulations.
You know,
And-
if you own a dungeon, you're not called a game master.
It's true.
You're not wrong.
If you I'm actually looking up how big the Salt Lake was in 1870, and it was much bigger. Wow, that's interesting. So yeah, you have a lovely restful night. Everybody will heal a hit point for rest,
Okay.
and then you can you can spend the morning getting all you luckily you already had a lot of the supplies you need, so it doesn't take you long to get supplied back up, and then you will head out.
So
Right.
I'm gonna make sure I get, all the stuff that I used to have: lantern, pack, bedroll.
Sure,
tent.
figure you spend you each spend $3 and you get like all the stuff you need. If you ask for something ridiculous, we'll see if you make a luck roll. But assume you have all the basic equipment, which unfortunately for you includes dynamite.
And a harmonica.
By the way, Maria,
I had to get a new harmonica.
You guys tell me about the harmonica thing.
Oh yeah, international sign of trouble. If you are in trouble, in fact, I buy one for Ramsey as well. So if you're ever in trouble, you just blow into this thing, and we'll know.
We won't help. We'll just know.
yeah, we'll know. We'll know to run. That's a Maria. I wanted to let you know that Nick did indeed say dynamite. It is a callback to one of Elias's more successful disguises. And that's all we need to say about that.
Ridiculously successful disguise.
So you ride out, and it takes you you ride out a little after lunch, and at a fairly leisurely pace, you cross the southern border of the lake. And so about at the evening, you turn north, and you are going to follow the coastline up. The lake is low for sure. You are looking out on a mud flat, and one of the things you notice is that there are a number of small flightless birds that are essentially tide pooling in the lake, as they're those little ones with the long legs and the long thin beaks that are like skittering, and the lake is just covered in them. as this is prime feeding time for them. And you camp that night, and you've got good provisions and everything, so you'll get another point back if you've taken damage. And sorry, Nick, you're on mute.
Are we staying in Skull Valley? So I've got a
No.
map open, and that's
Yeah.
along the southern border.
Yeah, you could be. There's a couple of lovely named places right around there. And so about 3 p.m, you come to the point where you see, sure enough, about maybe a quarter mile, maybe a half mile, you see one oak tree in the lake, out in the mud.
I'm gonna spot and whoa, hold up, everybody.
And everybody make me a natural world roll.
I'm also gonna pull out the spyglass.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Regular.
Man,
Hold on.
Abe's on
I got
fire
a
today.
7. I
I
don't
got
even know what, I don't have it. What's the base for that?
20.
Base is 20.
Here's I do have a question.
Hard success.
If I spend 3 luck, I succeed. Do I get the check mark?
Yes.
Oh, really?
All right. I'm gonna spend the 3 luck
All right.
just to get the check mark for leveling up.
Everybody that makes the roll notices that those birds are absent in this whole area.
Ooh.
I told you cannibals love birds. Turkey leg was a great plan. That's all I gotta say.
Carnivores.
The turkey leg would not have lasted the 4 days. I made the right choice.
You know what? Turkey leg would have given me enough time to run away. That's all I gotta say.
So those birds, they're not here. So does that mean there's just no insects here? Or is there no food for them?
It means this place is cursed.
That means somebody's eating the birds.
It means there's extra insects flying around. It's mosquito season.
Ugh.
It's always mosquito season.
It's always mosquito season, but
Around the Great Salt Lake, it is almost always mosquito season.
Even
Except
even
in the winter.
even with the salt water, wouldn't that is that conducive for them?
I don't know. I just know that, man, when I was there, the mosquitoes were terrible. And that was
That's
the spring.
yeah, fair.
uh,
I'm from Alaska. The mosquito is the Alaska state bird, basically.
There we go. There we go.
Keep this.
So are you just gonna, it's about, let's say 3 p.m. It's I think we said it's fall, so it's a pleasant temperature, and it's going to be light for a little while longer. Are you going to, are you just going to ride out into this to this mud plain?
What do I see through the spyglass?
So you see, the island is literally a small promontory that comes to a tip with that oak tree, that one large gnarled oak tree. You don't see any, there's no structures, it's not even really clear where the island starts and the lake stops. Right now it's kind of, there's a little bit of the mud flat raises a little and then slowly rises up to that one point where the tree is. You
So,
figure Go ahead.
we don't see any people. There's no
people, there's no cave, there's no sign saying cultists here.
What else is around us?
Not a whole lot. If you look back to the west, very quickly you head up into the mountains.
Would we know that the horses would be able to get through or not? I mean, knowing horses and stuff.
Horses, you don't know the mud.
Yeah, I'd probably want to dismount and go out
Yeah.
there and go out with a stick and just like start poking it to see how much give there is.
See if there's any tracks. Because if it's only been a couple of days, there's either tracks out there or there isn't. Maybe they're heading off the other way.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's look for.
Yeah, and you can make a track roll.
Right.
I'm gonna attempt as well.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. I've got almost
Got a
50
puncher's
shots.
chance.
Hard success.
All right.
So for some dumb reason I rolled.
What'd you
Don't
get?
know why. 98.
Awesome.
I think
All right.
Abe's going into the mud.
So
Oh, look what I
Jared,
found!
So Jared, you spend a little time with the spyglass, and you think, I mean, if there were people walking around in here, those footprints would last a good long time in this mud. Like you would see a long trail, and you do not see any footprints.
Well, Jared remembers the cabins though, and isn't necessarily looking for human footprints.
It's true. You don't see even like the little bird thing there. This is just mud. It's just a straight mud flat. What you also see is you see Abe take one step too many, as Abe is like, you see any footprints? I don't have that spyglass. And there is a squelching noise as almost immediately Abe just goes in up to his knees in the mud.
Well, that tells us how deep it goes. We
I'm
should
gonna throw a rope out. Probably hit Abe in the back with a rope.
I don't need a rope. I need a new pair of pants, friend.
For multiple reasons, I'm sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll offer him help getting out of there.
yeah, it's no problem getting out, but it is definitely like, you got like, it would not be fun to like hike out.
Should
And
we?
you definitely don't think the horses should do that.
Well, I have a bad feeling about leaving our horses in this dead zone, for lack of a better term. Should we walk our horses back some and then head out ourselves?
Do we even? I guess we have to go out there. I mean, you said you didn't see any tracks.
I didn't see anything. I did not see any natural means for anything to have gone on to or left that island.
And there ain't nothing there.
Well, it's. Do we have another lead?
No.
Well,
Should we at least
anyone
go
who wants
look
to
in-
stay behind and watch the horses.
Nope. I think we should go look at the tree.
All right.
You can find a good spot, like a secluded spot, a little ways up into the foothills. You find a good spot where the horses can, you can leave the horses and they'll be relatively protected. You don't want to leave them there like more than say overnight, probably.
Yeah.
We don't want to be on this thing overnight.
Mm-mm.
It's a great point.
I want to just look around the area. I guess
What are you
that
looking-
was my track roll, and I missed.
Yeah, but
so
so what are you looking for?
if they went somewhere else? I mean,
Okay. No, you don't see, like, you have not seen any sign of anybody walking out into this lake. On your whole voyage, you've not seen any of that. You haven't seen any boats. You haven't seen any tracks. You haven't seen any, houses or cabins or anything like that.
Bone serpents.
You have not seen any bone serpents, so that's a plus.
Nope.
I'll take the win.
So how do we get out there? We just walk up to our knees.
Carefully. I mean, no, the stick that Susanna mentioned. We get sticks. We don't just go out there and we try to see if we can.
See how far we can go.
Did we
Yeah,
get snowshoes?
You did not
No.
get snowshoes.
Because you laughed at me.
I mean,
And Jared is leaving his boots behind because he saw what happened with Abe and he doesn't want to lose a boot in that muck.
All right.
I want to
You
carry
know,
them.
I'm doing just like Jared because he's a smart guy.
Whoa. Careful.
oh boy.
Put your boots around your neck. You might want them when you're out there.
Oh,
Never know what might be growing on there.
Who here is wearing laced boots that they could put around their neck? This is a Down Darker Trails.
but we could got. We've got rope. We got rope. We can tie up we can do it.
A decently sized leather thong will do it just fine.
Just to continue to feed your paranoia, I'm going to ask you what precautions you're taking as you start to walk out into the mud.
So I've got the rope. I think everybody ties up on the rope.
So you're tying all to each other. Okay.
But what if something grabs someone and pulls them into the water?
Well, then we're all dead.
One for all.
I'm taking a chicken leg with me so I can throw it at the something so that we can all, again, have an escape plan because nobody thinks whatever. I'm taking it fine.
I think that works.
All right.
I do want to have that good size stick so that I have.
Yeah, sure, you find that, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, stick as well. Because I figure we're gonna
Yeah.
want to fan out a little bit because it's gonna be one person be like, nope, not this way, and then we merge.
Come back
there.
around, yeah.
Someone has found a good way, and then we fan
Sounds
out
good.
again.
Are you all bringing all your firearms
Yes.
And dynamite.
Pistol.
and dynamite?
I am bringing my pistol and I'm slinging my shotgun over my back. But I'm
How
not bringing
far
my-
out? How far out is the island?
Between a quarter and a half mile.
Okay, good
Oh.
question though. Is a mud island more of a shotgun or rifle island?
Once
I'm
you're
not
there,
bringing
it's a
both.
shotgun, but getting there is probably rifle.
I don't think we're gonna have. I mean, just like looking around, I
It's the
don't.
new
I don't
like
think
Sex
we're
in a
gonna
City quiz. Are you a Samantha or are you a shotgun or are you a rifle island?
No, I feel like whatever's gonna come for us is gonna like come up out of the mud and be in our faces. So I think I'm leaving the shotgun with the horses and not leaving the rifle with the horses and taking the shotgun.
I
So
got my pistol.
for those of you who are bringing your normal firearms, Abe pretty quickly got knee deep.
Mhm.
And if it got too much deeper, you'd be wanting to like have your firearms probably above that. You probably don't want to get them in the mud.
Yeah.
No, that's a.
gonna
You put
leave
your
the
pistol
pistol.
right here.
This is shoulder holster, not hip holster.
Yeah, I would take off my gun belt and like sling it over my chest so that
Sure.
it's sitting
Yep.
across my chest.
Yep.
Okay.
Does anyone want to stay back? I know it's a long way out.
Are you, given that you are quite adept with a rifle, are you volunteering?
I'm thinking maybe, but if I have to go out there to catch up to you, I guess I'll find my own stick.
Well, you can.
You can
You
track
can-
where we went. You know?
Yeah, our footprints
All
are.
right. I'm gonna stay back.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna keep an eye out, my spyglass and my rifle. And
All right. So Elias, you very quickly see how prominent trails are in this mud. They're about, you guys get, you all 3-4 tied together, start heading out, and like it very quickly gets knee deep, and then it gets a little deeper.
Sorry. So really quickly, Jared totally is tied with a slip knot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He is ready if something happens to be like, I'm cutting loose.
Yep.
That's what knives are for.
And but Elias, you very quickly see how prominent like their for lack of a better term, footprints are in this
Yeah.
mud. There's just this succession of potholes in the mud that are going out there, and they are sticking around. Even though they fill in with liquid, the hole is still obvious, as it's just like black.
so, given what Jared said earlier, I am going to scan, and I am looking for any sort of like potential undulation or disturbance of the
Mud.
The mud. Yeah, you are totally keeping an eye out for that. So you guys get you're about halfway to the island, and I need everybody to make me a dexterity roll.
Oh boy.
Because everything's fine.
Everything's totally fine.
Everything's fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got a 6 again.
Super duper. I'm
Ah.
wait.
Yeah, so I've got an extreme success.
Nice.
I got a hard success.
Extreme.
Do we just give a little reroll to Nick?
Yes.
A reroll would likely result in a good outcome. It should be difficult to fail this. You know what though? But wait. Should Jared push this? And if so, what describe
on.
kind of
Letting go of the slip knot so you have more leverage.
Where is Jared in the order of who's first, second? Like, what's our
A
D&D
question
order, if
I
you will?
never asked on Quests and Chaos. What is your marching order?
Oh my God.
No,
Yep.
because we're not. Each of us with sticks is fanning out,
Yeah,
so
we
we're
decided to
all
fan
kind of
out.
on the
Okay.
front,
Yeah.
with Abe being towards following the most stable path, right?
Yeah, Abe's just in the rear.
So
Nope.
yeah, I mean, I'll push it.
All right.
Things to happen, although I feel it's hard to articulate how
you don't have to push it when we have inspiration, thanks to our
Yeah,
wonderful
but
viewer.
no, you're
it.
thinking about the wrong
it.
way. Why would I spend
Do
inspiration
it.
when I can push it?
Push it.
Dun, 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 dun.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah.
All right.
See, it's better without the rope, guys.
Yeah, Jared is now untied. But you you find there are roots and stuff. So there's like a somewhat solid base that you're walking on as you go down. And there are roots and things, but you all manage to avoid that. And you are now, you're now, like I said, more than halfway to the island. And Elias, make me a spot hidden roll.
You have that harmonica? Oh boy.
It is not.
Okay.
It is not
This is where we want to spend
critical.
Oh, you got a heart.
But it's
Are you going to push it or are you going to?
I enjoy the rerolls from the community, so I will use an inspiration.
But imagine what could happen if you pushed it. Imagine the possibilities.
Nothing great.
I make it by 1.
What?
All
You
right.
have like an 85?
I do have an 85.
Wow.
Right.
Oh wow.
So you notice that almost imperceptibly,
Harmonica.
you would think that at some point they would level off, but it seems like they just keep imperceptibly getting lower and lower in the mud. And the way you notice it is like you just see like the sort of you're like watching his shoulder holster or something, and you notice that it's closer and then closer and then closer. Maybe it's your perspective. Maybe it's.
I mean, they're not stupid. They should be able to see this stuff. I am gonna blow the harmonica though, pretty loud.
All right, everyone, make a listen roll.
We should
Really?
be rolling at advantage if it's harmonica.
Yeah.
That's such a painful
disadvantage.
sound.
All right. I made it.
All right, yeah, two of you hear the international sound of trouble.
Okay.
Can you
And then
tell
I
me?
call out.
So they're like more than a half mile in, or sorry, almost a half mile in. It would be really hard for them to hear.
Okay.
But you can wave or.
On the sound of our harmonica, I'm going to pull out my gun.
Yeah.
Finally, the PvP I've been waiting for. All right,
Okay. I mean, they obviously have to know this. And if they're still going, then they'll still go.
What's going on? Because I mean, some people are stopping and turning around, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I heard
you-
a harmonica. That means there's something's coming.
So what? We
Oh,
still
yeah, okay.
what?
Okay. I'll sling my shotgun off my shoulders and look around. See.
all right, yeah, you don't really see anything.
All right. We going?
Well, we've got to figure out what he's saying. There's danger. What are we not?
As Jared says, he's saying he's danger. We're going to cut to Elias's point of view. So you are slightly back from the lake. You're up a little so that your spyglass can get a view. And Jared.
A Sandman comes right in front of my.
So Susanna was actually slightly ahead of Jared at this point. And as you're watching, Susanna just goes boom into the mud. And then Jared goes boom into the mud. And then Ramsey goes boom into the mud. And then Abe, you sort of look around and you notice that there's nobody on the mud with you. Because you turned around to look at the and then boom, you disappear into the mud, and that's when we're going to go to break.
I love
This is
it.
going to be the best party separation ever. I'm so glad you stayed behind.
All right
But
then.
thanks for the harmonica warning.
Yep.
Time to head back to Reno. This one
The
was
harmonica was the sign to tell them to.
The bar is all mine.
God damn it.
Both Jonesy and I.
Jonesy's.
Yeah.
Quick
All
silver.
right, we will be back just as soon as 6 people can use 5 bathrooms. Welcome back, internet friends. When we went to break, everyone not named Elias got sucked down into the mud of the Great Salt Lake. I should have looked for it. I found this great quote that actually the GM of the Redacted Reports found as well, and he posted when we were talking about Salt Lake. There was this quote of a guy from the 1800s who went walking in the Salt Lake. It's on the Patreon. It's on Patreon. It's on the Discord. But the Redacted Reports Discord is voluminous, so you'll have to like go back. But it was like a first person quote of this guy who like talks about how he went out in the Salt Lake and basically couldn't move. He was like slogging through this mud, and it was such a cool image that I wanted to keep that going. So first, Elias, you have seen all that happen, and you're just like up there with your rifle, kind of like, what, hey, oh, and you are now like sort of alone. You're in a very you're like I said, you're up a little ways, so you're in a good defensible hiding spot.
All right. I'm just talking to myself, or maybe the horses, but I'm like, that is not good. I don't see any movement. I don't see them like anyone trying to come back up.
No, the surface is totally undisturbed. So like when their footprints are there, but there's no like big hole where they like sucked down or anything. It's almost as if they ceased to be on the lake.
It's the stupidest thing I'm ever gonna do.
Hate to be the judge of that contest.
You know what? I'll follow him. I'll follow him out.
So you're gonna walk out into the mud.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Wow. Change of heart. All right.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that in a little while. So those of you who were pulled down into the mud, you have a sense of just fast motion, as something is like pulling you down, and it's like you're traveling through water, but it feels like you're traveling through water, but it very quickly goes from mud to like solid ground, and you are moving through this solid ground as if it were water.
Can we breathe?
It seems like you can, yes. And very quick, and the four of you make spot hidden rolls.
I've already used up all my good dice.
Regular.
Yep, regular.
Oof, 94. Can I spend?
Oh, almost. Can you?
I got a 93, so
You gonna spend luck to make it a fumble? Is that what you're? So Abe and Ramsey, you have a weird. You catch glimpses of whatever it is that is pulling you, and like, but it's almost like you're seeing a person with transparent skin. Like you keep seeing like bones and muscle just very briefly, like sinuously moving through this dirt, and just like Ramsey, you see a hand with the muscle and skeletal structure clearly evident around your ankle, just sort of pulling you along with it. And it feels like this takes forever, but it's probably about 30 seconds. You are sort of flung into an open cavern. It is dark, and which is not an impediment to a couple of you. And there is no sign of any of whatever you saw. There is standing in the opening to this cavern. There's one exit. There is a large robed figure just sort of looking at you. Susanna and Jared, you can both see,
Mhm.
and you see this robed figure is just like, it also has a cowl that covers its head.
What's a discreet way to check if your gun is waterlogged?
I whip mine out. I just pull
Yeah,
it
yeah,
because that's my first reaction.
yeah. Ramsey is like, you definitely hear guns being drawn. Well, gun right now.
Yeah, I flick my lighter to see if I can see anything.
I'm not sure lighters existed in the 1870s.
Oh, okay, then I
You
do
would
my
have
matches.
matches. So
Yeah.
you want to light a match?
Yep, I'm gonna light a match.
Okay, so you light a match, and you are all now. There's like shadow. There's a brief shadowy light in here, and you all see in the doorway just that robed, cowled figure implacably standing there.
I mean, Jared's going to be looking towards Susanna.
Yeah, I'm standing up. Did we get dropped on our feet or on our asses?
You're on your feet.
Okay.
And I mean, this was not like, this was almost gentle.
All right, I'm going to wait on drawing because I know I can draw quickly if I need to, and look at the fellow and be like, "Why have you brought us here?"
Why have you brought us why have you brought us here?
He doesn't know English.
We have brought you here because you were on the lake.
All right. And who are you?
We are the children of Mortigam.
Fred, I'm not familiar with Mortigam.
This is the Eternal Church.
More church. I took my gun. I put it back into my thing for now because I'm not dealing with church.
Does anybody have Cthulhu mythos?
Yes.
If anyone has Cthulhu
Yeah.
mythos, you can roll it.
Oh God, I do. I forget that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Nope.
Oh, it was such a good roll. If only I had more Cthulhu Mythos roll though.
Push it. Just push it.
I am actually debating because I rolled an 8 and I have a
Ooh.
7 in Mythos.
Do it.
I'm debating
Spend some
whether
luck.
to spend the point of luck.
Ooh,
Spend the
take
luck.
that max sanity.
My max
You're never going to
sanity
get
is
close to your max sanity. Let's be real.
I mean, you are not wrong. Yeah, I will spend the point of luck to make the Cthulhu Mythos roll.
All right. You remember some awful fevered dreams you had about the charnel god Mortigan, whose followers were eternal and were pretty well believed to devour humans or sort of be cannibals.
All
You
right.
need to chicken up with Elias.
Yeah. No, Abe had it.
I have a leg with me.
Yep.
I have a little nice sandwich wrapped in a little.
Forgive me, I have not spoken in centuries.
Well, I'm right honored that you're speaking to us now.
I poke Susanna. I'm like, ask him how to get out of here.
I think they might have a tablet. They're probably the church.
I can trade him a chicken leg for the tablet.
We
That's-
would like to make you an offer, sir.
Oh, right. Well, what are you planning to do with us now that you have us down here?
The priest will decide.
All right. And where is this priest?
Oh, he's right here. That'll be enough, brother. And then you see another robed figure, but with the cowl back, and you see a kind of cross between a human and a canine head. There's a definite snout, but it is completely transparent. So you see the brain through the skull. And he has intentionally got this down. Luckily for Abe and Ramsey, the match goes out. But
yeah, I would say unless he's got artificial light, I am none the wiser.
But Jared and Susanna both need to make sanity rolls at this.
I would say that Jared would be giving very serious looks to this thing and to Susanna for like now. But let's see what the sanity roll is, because that's Jared has really good chances of. He failed. So if the numbers had been transposed, then it would have been a critical failure.
All right. So if you made the roll, you're going to lose 1. If you missed it, sadly, you're only going to lose 2.
Aw.
And the priest, you see him lay a hand as he says, "That's enough, brother." He leans over, and you hear this like chittering sound. And the other one goes and like walks away.
Who's closest to me?
Oh, Jared's unslinging his shotgun with those sounds.
All right. Ramsey is closest to you.
Yeah.
I grab Ramsey.
All
I'm
right.
like,
Yep.
So
You
tell
pull
me,
him in front of you like a shield.
Yep. Nope. And Ramsey's ready. It's like, yep.
your firearms are of no use here. Please.
And you would be the priest?
Yes.
Is there anything else we can call you, or are you just priest?
That is my name.
All right. So, what's the plan here, priest?
You are the trespassers.
Well, we didn't exactly come down here of our own volition. We were following a lead for something that we're looking for, heading out to that island.
And what is it you're looking for?
An artifact.
An artifact. I see. It wouldn't perhaps be an Olmec tablet, would it?
Well, I think you have hit it right on the head.
Yes, well, I'm afraid we cannot give it to you. Because if you were to so much as touch it, you would likely be driven quite mad. And it's very dangerous, and you, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, are intellectual children.
What?
he's got a point.
What?
We already know not to handle it.
And we certainly
Jared
don't.
has slung his shotgun, and instead he has palmed a book of matches for no reason in particular.
We have no intention of touching it or using it if we don't absolutely. Well, no, we have no intention of touching it with our skin or using it. We are on a we have been tasked with returning it to from whence it came.
Or to a volcano.
Just like, I don't even look at Jared. It's just like kick him sideways with my boot.
Under no circumstances will that tablet be returned from whence it came.
Why?
One of you has touched that tablet.
Who was that? It was,
Or wait, was that Jonesy who touched the tablet?
it was
Oh, it was
Jonesy.
Jonesy. Ah, damn it. All right, he didn't say that. Rats. All right. Okay. That tablet is deeply connected with. All right. When do you want to light that match, Jared?
Oh, he's not. So the match is for a stick of dynamite.
Oh, I see. All right.
So he is preparing to make a bad decision. He's not going to just like light a match because he farted or something. No, it's
Or to see better. And Ken,
no. He doesn't need to see better.
I know
Just
Abe is
light-
behind me. Can I see where Jared and Susanna are, or at all, or anything?
You sort of you remember where they were, but it's
Okay,
it's
'cause
pitch black unless Abe lights another match.
I keep trying to look and see at people like now. Okay.
He said guns won't do any good, so I'm
Yep.
waiting to see what happens.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's why Jared switched to Plan C.
Plan
Not,
D.
not
really.
Plan D. Plan D for dynamite.
Yes.
All of a sudden,
That's my next Agatha Christie novel. Plan D for dynamite.
What are you ghost writing Agatha Christie now?
There you
Mystery
go.
now?
There you go.
For
Mystery.
the first time in decades, a new Agatha Christie.
D for
You
dynamite.
hear
Are we
behind
gonna throw this at Duke Fleeg?
Yeah, that's right. Plan D for dynamite. That is the next. Behind him, you hear, and he turns around.
Oh, this is the chance to go for the dynamite.
And then he turns back and he says, "Was there another in your party?"
Why?
Because there's someone walking alone onto the lake. Were you followed?
No, that's a friend of ours.
Pardon me 1 second. Well, that's handled. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the tablet.
How so?
I'm sorry.
How was that handled?
Oh, we'll bring him here.
So the tablet you said is connected to what?
The tablet is connected to an odious race. I don't like to use the word enemy, but we are at odds. And that tablet is a means of summoning their god, their mother. And if you take this tablet back to that sea cave in Mexico, you will allow them at some point to bring their mother. Here, amongst the earth, that tablet is not a factor.
However, if we were to deposit said tablet into a volcano,
Yes, it's we tried that once before, and it sat in that volcano for 1,000 years, and then that volcano erupted.
So
I
you're
was
not.
told on very good authority, at great cost, that a volcano would destroy it. Are you certain of that?
I am eternal, and again, I don't want to insult you, but I'm explaining theoretical physics to children at this point.
Well, Jared's a very smart man.
That lion rat bastard.
What?
Not you.
I see. You must excuse me. Despite we don't talk to humans that often, not as much as we used to, and your mannerisms are foreign. As you saw, most of my brothers have forgotten how to speak. It's been centuries or millennia for some of them. I do miss Atlantis. They had wonderful seafood.
So
At that point, so Elias, you start out and you're kind of like trying to make, you're like chugging through trying to get to where they were. And you get to right where Abe disappeared and you feel yourself pulled down. And you have that same feeling of like almost swimming through the mud. Luckily it's dark. So only a couple of you, Susanna and Jared, you see almost like a dolphin, a naked transparent humanoid like swims out of the one wall and just swims right into the floor and lets go of Elias as he just sort of gently alights onto the floor of this cave. Elias, you are in the dark.
Oh my God, for the love of God, what the hell was that? What is going on? Why? Where?
Elias.
Hello?
Alas.
Welcome to the party.
Hell.
Do you want to get him up to speed or should I?
We are currently discussing our options for making sure that tablet does not fall in the wrong hands. This gentleman here is making, so far, an excellent argument to leave it here.
See, I told you he is a smart one. Oof. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
The ghost of Dr. Manning probably won't be put to rest unless that tablet's destroyed.
But they're saying that if it goes out there, if it goes back to where it belongs, they're saying they tried already killing it with a volcano, didn't work, erupted it back out into the air, and taking it back to where it came from will allow the folks whose temple it is to summon, quote unquote, their mother.
I'd just like to go back to the bit where you talked about a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Ghosts aren't real.
Oh yeah, they are.
Do Beetlejuice are those the rules for summoning?
Whoa, hold on. Let's not bring Mr. Explorer here. He's in San Francisco.
No. Jared's thinking
No.
Is it Brown Jenkins or Jenkins?
No.
Because he needs to explain himself. So do I say his name like 3 times?
You say his name. You know what? Make a power roll.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jared will be like,
There we go.
You know what?
Get
Maybe we
your
can
lion
solve
ass
Jonesy's
out
problem
here
right
and
now.
explain yourself. Do we want to push it?
Sure.
Yes.
Do it.
Because
Yes.
Jared's actually kind of
Kind of
Angry.
pissed off. Still failed. Does that just mean? Anyhow.
All right, so
I mean,
you
we
failed.
have one more just to confront Hot Tub Jenkins.
All right,
Should
so
we use it?
you pushed the roll and you failed, and so you feel a sharp pain at your ankle. You lose 3 hit points. And then you hear a familiar voice go, "Why is it so dark in here? Hold on." And the cavern is brightly lit up. And you see the priest like kind of back away and put his hand over his face. And Jenkins looks up and goes, "Oh God, maybe skip the diet."
You told me that taking it to the temple or throwing it in a volcano would destroy it.
Well, I mean, taking it to the temple would contain it. Putting it in a volcano, it's going to be in a volcano.
You told me it would destroy it.
I mean, probably.
Apparently not.
Well, who says? What? Oh, by the way, Abe, Elias, and Ramsey make sanity rolls.
Yeah. I was going to say, what?
Let's just put it this way. You could get worse, but only by 1.
But not much.
Okay, well, I didn't
Yes.
fail, but I got a 90.
Oh man! All right.
You didn't fail, but you got a 90.
Oh my!
Oh, no, I mean, I didn't.
So the combination of the situation is, I think it's fine. I think
I did fail,
You didn't
but
fail.
I didn't critical fail.
Things are about to get crazy.
Oh boy.
Did you all fail? All 3 of you?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Yeah. Oh, we'll get to the crit.
Okay, I didn't do it. I didn't do a crit.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do a crit.
Hold
All right.
on.
So
Just give me the damage first. Let's just get the paperwork out of the way before we get into the antics.
nothing bad ever happens from pushing a roll.
Alexandria's
I think-
vocal cords would beg to differ.
Mm.
So you each lose 6 sanity.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my God, Abe might have me beat right now.
And I can't wait to hear Ramsey's answer to this question. Let's do this one at a time. Abe, make me an intelligence roll.
Oh, thank God. Something I'm okay at.
You don't want to make this.
Unfortunately, I did accidentally make it. So there's
Well,
that.
there you go. All right. Sadly, you are fully aware of the horrors and the terrors in front of you. And you are transfixed. And so, Abe, fight, flight, or freeze.
I freeze, but I also offer the chicken leg at the same time.
I want to refer back to your feelings about cadavers. So, 2 things. Your
Yeah.
feelings about cadavers and dead bodies, and your feelings about Brown Jenkins.
Well, Hot Tub Jenkins and we have an
Yeah,
arrangement.
that's true. You came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
All right. Abe freezes, and just the chicken drumstick is like
It's my
slowly-
protection.
It's like shaking out. The hand is shaking as the chicken drumstick is hanging out there. All right, Ramsey, make me an intelligence roll.
Oh, wow. Just make it. 49.
It's not good.
Yeah, you didn't want to make this, so you also are aware. And this is the question I really can't wait to hear the answer for. Ramsey, fight, flight, or freeze?
Fight.
All right. Elias, you don't get a choice. Fight, flight, or freeze.
I'm shooting Brown Jenkins.
All
what's
right.
happening.
He's
All right,
at my leg! And I know your history!
Yeah, so Brown Jenkins is like, talking and then going back and like gnawing on his leg.
Can I give him a kick if he's doing that? I am
Well,
not happy
we're
with-
about to go to initiatives. So.
All right.
All right. So, people who, let's see, I'm going to roll a die here. I'm going to roll 1 die for Ramsey and 1 die for the guy who fumbled. All right. I will tell you when you suddenly decide you don't want to fight anymore. Or, you will be lying down unconscious. One of the 2. Wow. Okay. I need to pull out.
Oh no.
Oh,
Brown Jenkins stat block.
The big
Malleus Monstrum.
When the GM goes for another book, just run.
Yeah.
There's nowhere
Unless
to
it's
fight
Dungeons and
to.
Dragons. Everything is in different books. That's how they get you.
Yeah, when you start having to refer to different books, it means that they didn't already prepare this.
Oh yeah. Let me well, you didn't prepare for Jared to push a roll on Brown Jenkins and then us to come in and critically fumble.
Well,
I
actually,
didn't prepare for that.
for once, I'm not just making up stats.
Damn.
Right?
Well, there we go. All right. So let me see. Ramsey, you had a readied firearm, so you're gonna be at plus 50.
Okay.
And I think that was the only readied firearm. And it is bright in here. So, what's your dex with plus 50?
120.
All right. So if you're gonna shoot, you're gonna go first. This room is not large,
Right.
but you are not in your right mind by any way.
Nope. But this thing is on Jared's leg.
Well, I mean, there's several things. There's a transparent man.
True.
There's a small rat gnawing at Jared's leg.
That's not a rat. And, you
And
know it.
yeah, a big rat on the leg.
Big
and-
talking rat.
And are there any other of those creatures or chittering creature guys around, or is it just Mr.
Just the priest.
Yeah, no, I think because the rat is on Jared, I'm gonna try to shoot it.
All right. Everybody shoots at Jared's foot. All right. Roll your shot.
Don't critically fumble.
Don't throw away my shot.
Good. Critically fumble.
No, don't. I don't want peg. You know what?
Ooh.
I'm okay with peg leg Jared.
No. I got a hard success.
All right.
You have to reverse psychology the dice.
All right. Jenkins does not get a hard success on his dodge. So yeah, roll. That is max damage. So what'd you do?
1d8 is 8.
All right. You shoot Brown Jenkins and
Get away from him, you rat!
and he looks up at you and he goes, "You're gonna pay for that." And
And I hear him talk.
You've heard him talk.
I know,
Yeah.
but I didn't,
yeah,
I
no,
just
he
like-
talks right to you.
Right.
And the blood that comes out of him like sizzles. When it hits the ground, it
These
sizzles.
aliens.
Yeah.
And when all right, on 100, Brown Jenkins man, does he Yoda you guys, or does he doesn't really, he's a lover, not, I'm a lover, not a fighter. And he'll snap his fingers and he's gone, and the room is completely dark again. Actually, no, the room he snaps his fingers, he's gone, the room is still light, and his voice lingering behind says, "Fight, flight, or freeze." And then he disappears and he's gone. All right, so that was 1 for Jonesy, okay? For Ramsey. That was on 100. 80 is Susanna.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell is going on at this point. I was like, we are trying to have a civil conversation here. What the actual fuck? So I'm like looking around, trying to get my bearings, trying to figure out what's going on. Where did Brown Jenkins go? What? Yeah, I'm completely discombobulated at this point.
All right, are you drawing a weapon?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, that was 80s, 70s is several of you. So let's start with Angry Elias.
I don't know what to do. I can't see, and my target disappear.
It is completely dark. You are, I mean, oh no, it's not
It's
completely
still
dark.
light.
The room is lit, but there is still a horrible, transparent man in front of you. And you are still in a berserk rage.
I mean, I guess you could shoot Elias if you think that's not Elias, Jared, but
so I mean, if I have to shoot,
I mean,
with
you don't have a gun drawn.
Yeah, that's true.
So you could, this round you could like draw a gun and try and find some cover or something. I mean, which would essentially be like leaning up against the wall.
So it's light. It's light out now. I'm gonna draw the rifle.
Mhm.
And you know what? Am I in my right mind to pull the lantern or not?
You are in no.
Okay.
Oh, you want to get light in here? Is that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that'll help you fight. So yeah.
Because I think the light's gonna go out and I want something, so I'm gonna pull
There
the
we go.
lantern instead of my
right.
rifle.
Okay. So you pull out a rifle. All right, and that is one turn of your issue gone. 70 is also Jared.
yeah, I mean, Jared is amped up by the pain in his leg and Brown Jenkins like BS answer to like, well, I thought it, I assumed. like you killed someone for assumptions of mine information. It's a string of profanities towards him.
As he disappears, you're just like shaking your fist at the heavens. Nice.
You lying shit.
All right. Ramsey, I don't know. You've already gone.
Yeah.
So 65. The priest almost regrettably, the priest just goes, savages. And he like walks back down the path, down into the darkness. 65. So Abe.
Is there anybody else left with us?
No, you are actually frozen. So you are next round when all of the horrible stuff is gone, I'll say you'll come out of,
Okay.
you'll start to come out of that.
Okay.
So Ramsey and Elias, that thing is still out there and it's horrible. And you have a lot of rounds left of being really angry and,
So given the space that we're in, I'm holding a lantern. I'm gonna one hand my rifle because I did not bring my pistol with me.
Nice. All right.
So
Ramsey, you have a readied weapon, but you don't really have anything to shoot at. You could just shoot wildly into the hallway.
No, that's not what they would do. What would he do? What would he do? Right. Oh. So last time got in a big fight and the thing left. We need dynamite. So I'm gonna say, Jared, give me the dynamite.
All right. So that'll happen on an 80. Also on an 80, Susanna.
I'm gonna like put myself between Ramsey and Jerry and be like, we are not using dynamite in this tiny little area. We will die.
No, we'll throw it that way and they will die.
I'm gonna slap Ramsey across the face as hard. No, not even slap. I'm gonna punch him across the face as hard as I can.
Okay, roll to hit. Ramsey.
Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Ramsey's just like doing this.
Leading with the jaw.
Got their face out there because they're
Gotta
reaching back to Jared like this.
Got a 12, extreme success.
Yeah. No,
That is double damage.
Cool. That is what, a D3 plus
3
my
plus damage bonus.
Cool. So that I rolled a 3 on it, so that's 2. So 4 plus a D4. Hang on, math. 5 points of damage.
Damn.
Wait, that's your double damage?
I rolled 1 die and doubled it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And
5
Ramsey
points.
yells.
Well, actually, Ramsey, make me a con roll.
Okay. Oh, I didn't make it. Can I?
All right. Ramsey drops. Like you just crunched Ramsey on the jaw,
Squealing pork butt.
and Ramsey's just like. So every round, here's what we're gonna do, Ramsey. Every round, you're gonna make a con roll to get, to sort of come back to your senses.
Okay.
Because
Senses.
you just got your clock rocked.
Yep.
All right, that was 80s, 70s. Let's start with Jared this time. Ramsey was asking for dynamite, but now Ramsey is on his back.
Oh, thank good, because the dynamite. I'm not gonna. I hope people think it's a dynamite because they're not gonna find it there. They'll find something else if they look. But there's no. Yeah, I mean, a part of me would be like, hide the dynamite, and then if I could take it out, they'll know where the dynamite is. Just back away.
All right, Jared is trying to back into a corner. Elias.
Towards the hallway if he needs to run, if someone actually comes at him for dynamite.
Oh, all right. So you start to move towards the opening.
I am going to slowly advance on the opening.
Okay.
Looking for targets to shoot.
Okay. You hear in the very distance, you hear weird, like, almost clacking noises. Just
What are these things?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Elias, just
No, these things have to be destroyed. Whatever that thing was, it's got to be destroyed. Or at least
Alright.
for a number of more rounds. All right, Abe.
So I'm pounding on the wall trying to get out of here. Like, I know I came through the ceiling, if you will. So there's like, if I came out, I gotta go back.
All right,
Same way in, same way out.
You are finding a depressing lack of secret doors in the earthen wall. All right, back to the top of the lineup. Elias, you have a readied firearm. If you're going to fire, you're first.
Do I see anything?
You hold the lantern up, and you don't see anything down the hallway.
I'm gonna keep advancing.
Okay, he'll keep moving forward. That means 80, Susanna.
I'm gonna take stock of what's going on with Ramsey.
All right, so you see Ramsey like rubbing his jaw, like moaning. Jared and Elias is now like in the hallway heading down with his lantern and his rifle out. Jared is
Can I impede him in any way?
do you want to impede an angry man with a rifle?
I mean, given the stakes, I'm fully aware that he is willing to shoot me, but like if he can like kind of get in front, even if he's making him go around him, anything to just
All right, Elias, make me a sanity roll.
appeal to his better judgment.
Can't see it. Oh. Exactly my sanity.
All right.
34.
Jesus. You
How is your
resist.
sanity so high?
How is it so low?
What do you mean?
I didn't see Brown Jenkins till like the end of Brighton.
You resist the urge to you resist the urge to like shoot him, and you resist the urge to just like hit him, but you are very clear that Jared is in your way.
All right.
All right, we'll deal with that. No, we're going.
So can I make like a fast talk roll or something to try to?
We'll deal with that. We're still going initiatives here. Abe.
So there's nothing getting me out of here.
Nope. This wall seems very solid.
How high is the ceiling?
Yeah, it's about 10 feet high.
Okay, so I run. I'm still panicked. I run up to Susanna. I'm like, boost me up. I'm gonna try and get out of the ceiling.
Nice.
I'm like trying to put my foot in her hand.
All right, Ramsey, make me a con roll.
Oh no.
All right, yeah, Ramsey.
All
is
zeros.
still-
I got all zeros.
That's
All right.
that's brain hemorrhaging.
Yeah, we're not going to go that far, but Ramsey, you are fully unconscious. Like you just like pass out. Like you were like, ugh. So Ramsey goes limp. Well, this couldn't have gone better.
I very much beg to differ.
This is outstanding.
That's the first one. It's like,
All right. Okay. I'm gonna. So being unconscious, I'm gonna get rid of your die. When you awake, you will be okay. All right. You start doing your. You start doing your. Make a roll, Jared. Offer me a social skill.
Yeah, fast talk. I'm just trying to throw information at him for like why this is a bad idea and hope that I can overload him to. It's a hard success.
Okay.
It gets him to think about something other than what he's doing.
All right. Elias, make me a sanity roll.
Fail.
All right.
Do you want to use
Yes.
thing? Or do we want to push?
Oh,
Oh
oh man. A push will end it. A push might end in a shove.
Yeah.
I'm
mean,
in favor of
hey.
using inspiration.
I say one good push deserves another.
You guys are gonna get in a
let's
pushing match, huh?
Let's
All
use
right.
the inspiration. Let's just do that.
Ah.
2.
All right. All right. With an 0-2, I'm gonna say that and a hard success. I'm gonna get rid of your die. You had 7 more rounds. Oh man.
Baker's breath.
So that makes me sad. So yeah,
Very happy.
Jared convinces you, you're you don't know where the hell you're going. You don't know anything about this place. What are you doing? And strangely, none of his argument is that Ramsey is unconscious because he hasn't even looked. And so you take a couple. Are you boosting Abe up, Susanna?
You know what? If I see that Jared has Elias under control, and I'm not worried about Ramsey at the moment because I see he's unconscious, and there's no other weird things, I will indulge Abe and go ahead and boost the skinny little fucker up so he
All
can.
right.
There's nothing up there.
So Abe starts scrabbling at the roof, and roots and dirt come pouring down, but there's no, you are not magically able to travel through all of this.
Damn. We're gonna have to go down the hallway.
I'll let him drop and catch him by the waist and put him down, like a ballet dancer type of thing, and
Right.
be like, "All right, Abe, are you here?"
Yeah, but we're gonna have to go down that hallway to get out of this place.
Very probably, but if we do it fast and we do it stupid, we're gonna die.
Well, I believe that they might be receptive to letting us go back and then come back to discuss this at a later time when heads are cooler. I believe I can make that argument if y'all want to stay here.
I don't think that's going to work because they've made it very clear they're not going to give us the tablet.
Well,
I think that they're just going to want us to leave
I-
or kill us.
I'm inclined to believe that leaving the tablet with them is the right decision, but we might want to discuss it further to make certain of that. All the information that I believe that we have is bad.
It certainly sounds like you were fed a lot of bullshit.
I mean, I just want to get out of here.
I understand.
I can do that if y'all want to wait here.
Jared, are you sure?
Seems like
Yeah.
a reasonable, semi-transparent, dog-faced thing.
Please
I
don't.
pull out my chicken leg and I give it to Jared and be like, "Don't eat this.
Oh,
Trade it."
because Jared would have been like, oh.
That is our meal ticket out of here.
Maybe. All right, Jared, if you're willing to go talk with the scare folk, Godspeed.
Yep, and I'll call out ahead to them, announcing that I'm coming down. And
Oh, also, Jared, if you call that little rat-faced bastard in again, I'm gonna punch you. And I'll like gesture down at Ramsey. You ain't gonna like it.
Ramsey is starting now to get up since nobody was helping Ramsey.
No.
I was a little focused on dealing with the situation.
I was hoping that we could get out before Ramsey came conscious, and we could convince him it was all a dream.
Ramsey is starting to sit up and moaning. So Jared, you start walking down the hallway. By the way, I want to acknowledge Duke Fleeg gave us 500 bits.
500
players.
bits.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Very kind.
So there's no need to push rolls.
See, there you go. But nothing bad ever happens when you push a roll.
It's bad ever.
So you start to go down the hallway, and you're essentially like, "Hey guys."
Yeah, I'm calling ahead and being like, we would like to discuss our departure and perhaps setting up a time to discuss this more calmly. Anyone?
You hear a voice say, "At the junction, take a left."
Do I see a junction up ahead?
So you go forward a couple of minutes, and yes, you see a junction up ahead.
Much obliged.
and you start getting directions from a disembodied voice. You
Well,
can vaguely hear skittering ahead of you.
Well, hold on. I got to go get the others. Probably best.
Just you.
Well, it's my friends that they're not handling this very well. I'd like to send
That's
them back.
why just you.
Where are you taking me?
To the priest.
Ah. Okay.
So you get led on a circuitous route. You're pretty sure you remember it, but you and finally you come in to a completely dark room, and you can see, and you see sitting on a throne made of human bones is the priest, and in a cage made of human bones next to him is the tablet.
Howdy.
And you come in, and this is why we usually just eat you lot. You're savages. You really haven't advanced far out of the come out of cave with stick and bash things.
Well, hold on. Not all of us responded with immediate violence. And you have to admit that this situation was out of the norm.
I don't have to admit anything. I'm eternal. I have an eternity's worth of wisdom and knowledge, as do my peers. How many languages do you speak?
Enough to know that being eternal doesn't have anything to do with emitting something. That would be one.
Why have you come before me after that you brought that thing into our temple?
Well, I figured you might like us to leave, and I would like to follow up on if you are certain that there is no way to destroy that tablet. Yeah, I believe that it is in both of our best interests to achieve that if it's possible.
The demon... Oh, this is the first time.
You've got inspiration, and we have 500 more bits from Squeal the Bard. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Squeal. That's awesome.
It is
I am going to
appreciated, but
use...
if I can push it, it is not necessary.
I'm going to use one of my inspiration. Oh, yes, on 8.
You made his Cthulhu Mythos roll?
The priest will look
With
at
human
you,
mythos.
and he'll say, I will answer your question if you first answer one of my questions, and that is, why should I give any information to a servitor of the great race?
I believe technically I am not a servitor to the great race.
You're a replicant.
I am a replicant. However, I have killed a member of the great race and am quite at odds with them. I don't know if you can read minds.
No. Much like ghosts, the ability to read minds is farcical.
What about telepathy?
Equally farcical.
Well, the great race can use telepathy.
It's a machine.
What's the difference?
It's a tool for communication through their machine.
Okay.
Science is real. Magic is not.
I mean, Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, looks like a duck. Gonna call it a duck.
You say you are a replicant, and yet you are not one of the great race?
I'm quite opposed to them. I'm not entirely pleased with the circumstances of my existence.
We could assist with that.
What would the price be?
Lunch?
I hold out the chicken leg.
Good man. Good man.
Shall we shake on it?
I was being glib. Why?
I was being flippant.
Your repellent demonic friend was not entirely incorrect. If there is a way in the temple in Mexico to destroy the tablet, it is the only place it can be destroyed. There is, in that temple, there is a well, a bottomless well. A well so deep that not even my people can make a tunnel to it. And we have tunnels that traverse the world. And if you place the tablet in that well, it will end the tablet.
Well then, would you like us to take that tablet over there to said well?
No! Your children! You would blunder about with it, and it would be taken by more odious forces almost immediately. You've done nothing to prove that you have any sort of capabilities for any sort of rational action.
Well, what do you call our conversation here?
A cleanup attempt.
You don't think that's a rational action?
We have very particular reasons for wishing to maintain control of this tablet. And you would be happy to know that us having this tablet greatly disadvantages the great race.
That is true. Jared is thinking if there's anything he could offer for, like, what could we do to prove that we are capable. Yeah, he's not sure what to do right now, but okay, yeah, he'll throw out, like, you know, assuming at some point you would like to see a final end to this tablet, is there anything that we could do to demonstrate that we are indeed capable?
Well, that is interesting. Perhaps you could perform a service for the children of Mortigan and prove your worth. Yes.
Yeah, you're super confident here in how he's talking.
I think that makes sense. Perhaps if you could give us an advantage in the war against the sea people. How do you and your friends feel about caves?
caves in Hawaii.
I'm trying not to mix up the games I'm in because I know in other games we very much despise caves. Is there anyone in this game that despises caves?
I mean, so far they're not fans in general, but
I mean, yeah, but despite your best efforts, they have not been as bad as caves in Ice Spire. So, no, I do not believe we are terribly adverse to caves.
all right. I will have your friends. Well, actually, let us go to them. Come with me. And he'll walk back with you. And as he walks back, he will tell you a story about they are kind of the children of Mortigan. And he'll at one point, he'll dismissively, like with a click, he'll just be like, you people refer to us as ghouls. He'll he'll say something like the Greeks called us ghouls. And he'll tell you that the ghouls and the sea people were both at time, they were essentially mercenaries that the great race used from time to time. And at one point, the sea people, the great race essentially turned on the ghouls and used the sea people to destroy many of them. And so since then, the sea people and the ghouls have been at war. And
as we get towards the entrance, just like not to interrupt, but like
Mhm.
well, I am interrupting. But Jared will be up ahead, so if like he knows that they're close, he'll warn like let me make sure they don't do anything foolish, and he'll go on ahead to warn them that something is coming and to like keep their guns
okay.
holstered.
All right. Yeah. So you hear Jared coming up, and the priest will enter kind of gingerly, and he'll look around and he'll say, "Have we all calmed down?"
I'm gonna Ramsey's up, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna look at Ramsey and look at Abe and be like, "Are we good?"
for now.
I'm sitting on the floor playing a sad harmonica at this point. I'm despondent, never leaving this hole. Oh my word. If I could read some sad poetry, I would.
I'm fine as long as that rat never shows its face again.
I killed it. I
You mean the
killed it.
demon?
That was the demon.
That was
The
the
rat
devil.
thing.
I'm glad I shot it.
I believe, Mr. Priest, sir, that things are relatively level-headed at the moment.
Do you prefer to discuss in darkness, or do you wish light?
Some light, dim light. I have a lantern. We could.
Very well. And for your comfort, and he'll like pull his cowl. Your compatriot has made a compelling case for not eating you.
Jared.
Job, buddy.
He's a solid one.
Aren't you glad you didn't shoot me?
And his position as a replicant offers a unique opportunity. You see, and Jared, you become aware that he's just talking like they know all this stuff.
Yeah, some of them. Who knows if he's a replicant?
We know that he's a clone or something like that.
That word makes no sense.
I mean, anyone who saw the Jared at the beach kind of knows that there's more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just sort of be like,
But yep,
we'll explain Ramsey.
Who's going to
I
tell
promise.
Ramsey? Who's going to tell Ramsey?
We will explain later. Let's just deal with this problem right now.
Okay.
His
all right.
existence as a replicant offers us a unique opportunity to deal with a situation we have with the people of the sea. If you help us with this problem, we will accept your assistance in returning this tablet to the temple from which it came.
I thought it wasn't a good idea to take it back to that temple.
There is a means at the temple to destroy this tablet.
Oh.
It is not. It's not an easy task, nor is it. We are giving up an advantage in this war, in destroying this tablet, and so the hope is that you and the replicant can give us a commiserate advantage in the war.
All right. What are you looking for us to do?
What are sea people?
I feel like that's probably a more pertinent question, yeah, but
You're having a fight and you want us to help you with your fight. I get it.
The Greeks called them ichthyos, fish people. They are worshippers of Dagon and Hydra.
They worship the sea. They worship fish.
They live in the sea.
Oh.
As we live in the earth, they live in the sea. And they are our ancient enemies.
Which sea?
Yes. They are masters of any large body of water. As we are masters of the earth, they are masters of water.
all right. So how do you propose that we help you in this war?
You have a series of magnificent lakes in the north of your country.
Yeah.
Those are a spawning ground for the sea people. And a base of operations for them. As a replicant, you can access this area. For the sea people are a servitor of the great race.
And they're underwater.
Yes, although there are some subterranean areas to it, but they prefer not to be in the earth because we can get access to them.
And they don't want to be above the earth.
They're still quite formidable out of the water, but they are much slower.
So we have to go in the water.
Yes.
And do what?
Figure out how to destroy this spawning ground. It's one of the only things you people are good at, mass destruction.
Oh, we can always stock up on more dynamite.
That was the plan.
Underwater dynamite?
No, dynamite blows up underwater.
It does.
Kills the
Okay.
fishes, which is what we're looking to do.
Okay, we're going fishing. All right.
And
Sounds good.
oh crap, I need to pull up a map here. I have to remember.
God,
I have to remember where. Oh,
We have to get to the Great Lakes. Shit.
yes, and I'm
Supposed to
trying.
Going to Chicago.
Ezra.
I'm going home.
Did we already pass all the way through summer? It was spring when we started this mad little adventure.
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't it?
It's lovely that time of year in Wisconsin.
Is it in season?
You're lucky you aren't here. I'd shove you out of a chair about now.
Let's see here.
Nice.
Yes, that's a depressing place.
Sheboygan. I mean, really. We have to go to
I was
Sheboygan.
I was checking. Sadly, Sheboygan is not on the lake.
It is on the lake.
Oh, is it?
Which lake are you
Uh,
looking
Oh, yeah,
for?
well
it's on,
then- We totally
Yeah.
have to go with the creature that ate Sheboygan. That's anybody who's an old board
Oh.
gamer. The creature that ate Sheboygan was a not great old board game. It was like an attempt to make a Godzilla, a kaiju board game. And the neat part was whoever was playing the kaiju, there were like 8 different ones you could pick from. There was like a spider one and all this stuff, and it wasn't that great a game. But the neat thing it had was fire. Fire had this cool mechanic for spreading across the city that would like rotate. Great old board game. All right. Yeah, sure. You must head to Sheboygan.
Sounds exotic.
Cool.
I should warn you, though, we believe that Sheboygan is completely infiltrated by the sea people. One advantage they have that we do not is that they can appear as you.
So we're taking out Sheboygan.
So literally anybody in that town could be a fish person.
Well, completely infiltrated means everyone's fair game.
It totally makes sense from
Means the mayor of
yeah.
Sheboygan is a fish person.
We'll go for him first.
chief of police, obviously.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean,
we,
is that the spawning ground or is that just nearby?
the lake is the spawning ground.
The lake is, but is the town?
No, the town is the base, or the base is in the town somewhere. Look, we understand full well that if we are asking you to do this, you are just going to destroy everything.
That's not an entirely inaccurate assessment.
You are, I mean,
You're calling us to perform scorched earth.
Savages, you already said that.
yes, well, war makes one make unfortunate choices. We will return you to the city of Salt.
Well, our horses are up around where we came in.
And we are probably going to need those for a long trip.
We would like to not leave them out there to die, as we have an unfortunate history with horses that we are working to amend.
Well, that's regrettable. We've already eaten your horses.
What? No.
Well, my rifle is also back there, and I would like to retrieve it. Did you eat the rifle too?
Rifles.
Everything.
I can ask my compatriots to bring your equipment. We will return you to the city of Salt. You will make your way to Sheboygan. You will handle this infestation. Then you will return here, and we will give you the tablet. Is this acceptable?
I'm just looking at the rest of them going,
You don't have any need for any monetary things. Do you have any gold or anything? I mean, that you've collected off of people you've eaten?
Couldn't hurt to add it to the war fund.
I think
Yeah.
you're quite mistaken that we don't need material. We have had commerce with your type since your type understood commerce.
Right. So,
In fact, I convinced one of you apes to come down out of the tree and give me the fruit in the tree for a shiny rock that I had. And some believe that was the start of the evolution of humanity.
Well, I'll bet you regret that now.
You're quite useful in your way.
we also like to get paid.
Well, we are doing this in exchange for something.
This is a step along the way to fulfilling the mission that we have been set.
It is a mandatory side quest.
I also feel like I should add, we're not eating you.
Got its own monetary value.
Hmm? Did he accept the chicken leg or did I eat that?
You ate that. He did
All
not.
right.
We prefer not cooked.
Okay, raw chicken next time. Got it.
It's better live. More horses if you have them. Those were quite good.
I believe the economics around the chickens is more favorable for us.
One of the nice things about humans is there's just so damn many of you.
I should give you some replicants.
Don't taste as good.
I'd love to hear that.
The pink foam is not appealing.
Give Jared a sideways look.
Just look the other way.
Very well. I will.
Can you back up 1 second? What's the name of this great race?
The Great Race.
The great race of the Yith.
Of the Yith. Y-I-T-T-H?
Yith, yes.
Oh, Elias is going to read a book. Stupid man.
We have quite my people. We love knowledge. We have. Well, this won't mean anything to you, savages, but we saved the Great Library.
I'd like to make a history roll.
Sure. Yeah.
Hold on. What? I assume my history is that it's 1. No, he starts off at 5. I've got.
Look at that.
Oh, it wasn't a critical fumble. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they saved a library. You know.
Cool.
Libraries, they have information in them. I know that much.
Yes. And we have all those works in our undercity. Which unfortunately you can never see. The only humans that go to the undercity are food.
Ooh.
Oh no, we can't see the undercity. No.
I get up, I'm like, okay, that's great. And I'm like, let's go, everybody. Time to go now. We're going to the up top city.
Tamago Tora is suggesting I now run an ancient Rome game where we find out that Emma burnt the Great Library.
Oops, sorry.
We're uncomfortable with this guy, but we hang out with a vampire, and that's fine somehow. Yeah, I get this.
We keep weird company.
I almost did pull a Baba Yaga with this and have this become a, you're going to get sent back in time thing or something.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's for the 1920s Great Dane Society to time travel to.
There you go.
Back to us.
That would be awesome. All right, so you will. Is there anything else before I go?
I believe you have covered everything. I look at the other. No one else.
So the saddles and things, those will be waiting for us up when you bring us back.
They will be brought here.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
One more quick question. These sea folk. You said that guns and the like aren't terribly effective on you. Are they effective on them?
Slightly more, although still not as.
Is there anything that we have access to that is more effective? I'd like to be as well prepared as possible.
Jared holds up a stick of dynamite.
They do not. They are certainly susceptible to fire. Lucy is digging into the Malleus Monstrum.
Oh no.
Get it, Lucy.
The little. Oh, did you hear your name? Come on, Widge. Come here.
Oh, you get to see the kitty. Did you see the kitty?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
kitty.
little man.
So yeah, he'll tell you that they are they are
Nope, you won't.
susceptible to fire, and that they are pretty sure. Let's see, how would he say this? And we believe that the longer you can keep them out of water, the more vulnerable they are.
Huh.
So nets and torches, and dynamite.
Entirely possible. All right.
Need a flask of lamp oil.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you for that information. I prefer to not die in the execution of this particular mission.
Of course. We will bring you to the city of Salt shortly. Goodbye.
Very well.
And he'll walk out, and about 20 minutes later, two more robed characters come in and they just drop all of the horse stuff.
That could be interpreted away. You should work on your phrasing.
All of your equipment from the horses.
Here's what is left of your horses. Our apologies. Oh,
So I don't know how I feel about getting this punch. So we have some time.
Yeah, you've got a little time, yeah.
All right. So did you really have to take me out like that?
You were about to try to throw dynamite in a small contained area. Yeah, I kind of did. Sorry. Nothing personal meant by it, but you were not in your right mind.
Yeah, well, I saw that big brown rat was chewing on Jared, had to shoot that thing first. But
And you did.
but then
And you probably made a real interesting enemy.
it yelled and then disappeared.
Mhm.
Is that demon you've been talking about?
Yeah, that's the devil that people keep making deals with. I say, shooting a glare at Jared.
And I thought you were smart. Well, you still are. You talked to that guy, got us out. So
yeah, I feel like deals with these folks are going to go much smoother.
Sure. Because deals that we've made have never gone badly. I am sorry though, Ramsey. I did not want to have to knock you cold, but it was the only way that I could see to get you from doing something that would get us all killed in that moment.
well, I do have to admire the fact that you did take me out, but thank you.
I will try to avoid having to do that in the future, but all right.
Thank you,
I'm
Jared, for
pretty much always willing to punch someone if they're going to get me killed. It ain't personal. I just don't like dying.
But oh man, Jeebus, that was ooh.
Yeah, I got a hell of a right cross.
I will stay on the left side of you or something. Going forward.
And you find out Susanna is actually a southpaw.
Yeah, right. And then I had that word replicant they kept throwing around. Do you have a twin, or they said there was somebody like you out there?
I have quite the extended family, Ramsey.
Okay, sounds good. So we're gonna meet some of your family.
It is.
Less than good.
It may be in your best interest if you see. No, I'm not going to say that if you see someone like me to shoot at them, because that could be. If you see someone who looks like me and is not me, you should exercise caution.
Don't like your family, huh? That's too bad.
Jared number 1 was all right.
Naked Jared was fine too.
Oh, I
He was
don't
chill.
know if I want to know about that, Abe.
Well, nobody.
Yeah,
really
they do
did.
call you the Sausage King.
Right. Will.
Speaking of which,
Long day.
speaking of which, how am I gonna roll into town and be like, "Hey, Dad, it's good to see you again for 10 days, but I gotta go blow up Sheboygan."
Just like that.
Yeah. Perfect. How can I help?
One thing that I am thinking about though is maybe we should look up and see if there's any wanted individuals. So we are going to need some cash. I know we can maybe ask your father for some, but I think we need to raise some capital on this journey.
Well, dynamite's cheap. Well, not in
See,
not in the city of Salt, but
Well, don't you
general.
all have money at the inn, at the tavern?
are we breaking even at the tavern yet?
The bar is starting to break even.
Yeah, we're
So
we're
work in
hanging.
progress.
Yeah, we're still new. We're still opening.
Jonesy has good accounting skills. I'm pretty sure she can get it up and running
So-
well.
Just to be clear, you didn't ever ask, you didn't ask the ghouls for money. You didn't tell them,
You did.
you just said, do you have gold? You didn't say like, this is going to be expensive. Could
Well,
we?
I did
Well,
say that we
but-
need to get paid.
But there was
Yeah.
the like, we're letting you live, and that was like, we won't push it kind of
Yeah.
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 I was definitely asking for money. And he said, we're going to let you live. I'm like, well,
Okay.
it's got its own value.
Mhm.
And they'll bring us back, and that was the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We're not getting the deposit back on the horses.
We're just
Nope.
we're just not going to go back to that stable. Just get on the train, get out.
then we're going to have wanted.
Mm-hmm.
In Salt Lake, you're not coming
Groceries.
back here.
No, they don't have any good alcohol. I'm not coming back here.
But how would that reflect on a marshal if
Yeah. We're going to have to go and return these saddles and pay him, or at least pay him what we got and work something
mean,
out.
I mean, you're assuming I ever give my actual name when
Yeah.
when it comes to renting horses anymore.
I don't think any of you like. Maybe Ramsey was like, yeah.
yeah,
We have a track record with horses. I don't give my real name anymore.
there's a lot of John and Jane Smiths in this group when we rent out
Steve
horses.
Sylvester's been really popular lately.
R.I.P. rental.
All right, so you have another terrifying journey through the earth.
Close my eyes, try not to think about it.
Yep.
And this one is worse because it's longer. You feel like you're under breathing somehow dirt for like 10 minutes.
I'm going to politely disagree because I don't know if you understand the horror of not realizing what is happening and being dragged. 30 seconds of not knowing if it's ever going to end as opposed to knowing we have a destination.
All right,
I think the first trip was much more horrible, and then seeing glimpses of things and not
Right.
knowing what they were.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, this time is much easier as you flow through the earth. Welcome to High Shelf Gaming. They have somehow reached up to us and have made it to I always put the games I'm not gonna play up in the High Shelf.
But no, because Top Shelf is the best stuff. You save it for when the fanciest guests come over, right?
Actually, the very top of the shelf is where I put the boxes that won't fit. And like that's every board game now. It's ridiculous. And board games are so huge these days.
Yeah, they're really thick.
Now
They're all Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven used to be the outlier. Now it is crazy. So we're playing Call of Cthulhu in the Old West, and our heroes just had a negotiation with ghouls, and I think Thomas is holding up a tumbler with some purpose because it's a raid. We're gonna give away 2 of those tumblers for their casino, the Silver Bullet. So it's #chaos right now in the chat to be entered to win continental US only. Sorry, Hawaii and Alaska.
Hey,
We're not a casino though, right? We're just a saloon. The Silver
Yeah,
Anchor
we're a
is the
saloon.
casino.
We're a
Saloon.
saloon.
I mean, some days it's a casino. I can't help it.
There's betting there. There's betting.
There's
there.
always betting. It's Nevada.
So
Yeah,
go
so
ahead
go
and
ahead.
#chaos into the chat to be entered to win those tumblers. All right, so you are dragged through the earth by ghouls, and they are like swimming like dolphins through the earth, basically. And as long as they are touching you, you seem to have no problem breathing underground.
One of them's a dick at one point and lets go of one of us, so we can realize how awful it is.
And they will essentially, and you will pop up on a plateau on a mountain overlooking Salt Lake City. And so it's a little bit of a hike back into town.
With heavy saddles,
carrying the horses' saddles and all that.
Oof.
Eh.
No, over my head with the sun.
That was like,
oh god!
I can't believe we did that. That was my brain. It hurts.
It's best not to think about it.
Welcome to
We go
traveling
get
with
some-
us.
We go get something to drink now.
Well,
Salt Lake
it's,
City.
it's- well, how much is left in the bathtub? Oh,
More than you want, sadly.
My bigger question is, why did we make a deal to kill fish people to get a tablet to remedy the tablet when we could have just been like, bye, you can have the tablet. Good luck with your fish people problem. I gotta go.
Good luck with your fish people problem.
well, the fish people problem is our problem too.
Why? It's not my problem.
Is it?
Well, it
Why?
may not be your problem, but if you happen to be a humble
Fish
town around
person?
the Great Lake, you are at great risk.
I've lived in Chicago my entire life. I am not at great risk, my friend.
Maybe you are one of these fish people.
I wish I was a fish people. I'd be able to swim all over the place, but unfortunately I'm not. And you know why I can tell I'm not a fish person? Because I'm going to drown in that bathtub gin later.
It ain't gin if you're what's seasoning it.
Yeah, now it's dirty gin. So last chance, #chaos. Get in there for the tumblers. And yeah, you will hike back into town to your hotel. And so it sounds like you're just gonna like get on a train. Are you gonna go back to Reno first, or?
I mean, we got time, I believe, and it would be nice if the saloon breaks even. And many of us are still quite injured.
So we're in Salt Lake. How long is that train ride?
To Sheboygan?
No, back to.
Oh,
Reno.
It's 2 days back to Reno.
And how long to Chicago?
Man.
It's got to be like a week
Yeah, it's a long train ride.
versus.
It's a
from
week to
Salt Lake
Chicago, and then it's probably a local to Sheboygan.
I don't know. Do you guys think we need to go back?
We
Well,
need to
you
get
wanna
more
just-
things.
I was not prepared for a journey of this magnitude.
A truly cross-country adventure. And I'm using adventure very lightly there.
So we're talking about taking a train. So what do we need? We don't need anything. The train's got it all, right?
We should at least let whoever's staying back at the saloon know what the situation is. I guess we could wire that information, however.
I mean, we could, but it's no bad thing for 4 of the 5 owners of the Silver Bullet to stop in and then check in on things, make sure Jonesy isn't completely overwhelmed.
We doing two days there?
Is Reno kind of on the way to where we're going, or is it out of the way?
It is the other
The opposite
direction.
direction.
The other way. So
You're
we
heading
might-
back towards the West Coast.
Do we have a time limit to get to this sea people thing?
Can we just say that we died trying? And
When you're eternal, like deadlines don't really matter.
Yeah, no, we don't.
We could not do it if we do not wish to do it. If we have other priorities, or we simply wish to delay it.
well, here's Manning. Sorry, the ghost is not bothering me. The The ghost is still in San Francisco.
Then that is San Francisco's problem.
Yeah.
Well, I will point out that in the Reno area, it's not as bad, but it's fall. Winter's coming, and if we're up north when that happens, if this takes longer than it should, that adds all sorts of problems.
It's kind of cozy in the winter up there. I hear.
Sure, if you're not outside.
But what month is it right now?
It is early August.
Oh,
We can always take a month, and if it takes longer, we head back to Reno.
I've read
Yeah.
stories. October in Wisconsin is fantastic.
I wouldn't know.
I try to stay out of the northern climes during winter. I've spent quite enough winters up north.
January is winter.
All right, so yeah, your choice. You can go back, or you can, you can go ahead and head on. I assume you're going to go to Chicago and, spend a little time with the
With the actual
Farnsworths.
Sausage King.
Yep.
The true Sausage King.
Mm-hmm. I mean, why would I not want to go home, get fed, pick up more clothes?
Get your laundry done.
Yeah, pretty much. Have my,
Has Abe not washed his clothes at any point?
I
mean,
suspect he's the sort of person who throws clothes away rather than washes them.
He just doused them in gin. That should count.
Oh, no, those are very clean clothes right now. That is very dirty gin clothes.
So yeah, you're totally your choice if you want to go back to Reno for a few days or if you want to head to Chicago.
I
Chicago.
say we go.
Yeah.
Going to Chicago. That's where you're going to want to buy some clothes anyway.
It's
If it's
true.
to be done, let's get it over with.
Next
All right.
adventure. Sounds good.
So you get sleepers on a train to Chicago.
What?
No, what?
Oh, I was gonna ask what the going rate for dynamite is in Chicago, because
Also
Salt
not a
Lake.
mining town, but if you find
Yeah.
a smaller mining town,
Yeah, you travel
no,
through Denver.
because no, you want to go to the source for dynamite. You want to know where they're making it, where they're moving it. If you're at a main hub, you're going to get dynamite for cheap. Mining town, it's going to be more expensive.
all right.
That's
Well,
how they make. That's how they get you.
sure. Chicago will have they'll have 25-cent dynamite. Sure.
Okay, so how many pounds of dynamite am I getting, everyone?
When you're buying it by the pound, people start to get concerned.
People should be very concerned.
I'm very concerned. That needs to be in a car that is not ours.
The mail car. It'll be in the luggage car.
Not the luggage car, because if we keep our luggage, if we travel light, keep our luggage with us, yeah, it goes in the luggage car.
You have a recuperative and lovely trip to Chicago. It is uneventful and relaxing. You all get fully healed, all your damage. And you each gain 3 luck.
Can we go above our starting?
Yes.
Borrow the pencil.
Is that the same as sand? You can go above your starting?
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that
you
ever
can go.
happens.
I mean, so the only limit on SAN is it can never be, it's 99 minus your Cthulhu mythos is your max SAN. So yeah, you have, and you get into Chicago, and Abe has wired ahead, and there is a transom cab waiting for you. And you head out to the outskirts of Chicago to a palatial mansion. It actually has grounds, and it is a beautiful place. And you're let in, and your parents. Oh God, there's only one butler in this world. All right, your old family
Tidwell.
butler Tidwell.
No, he cannot stain my childhood.
We'll put you guys up in rooms, and and it's wonderful to have the young master back.
Oh, can this Tidwell be like, so the first thing I do is just like basically fool with Tidwell and like make him go get things nonstop and just be like,
Right.
no, it's over there. No, actually, I decided I want this. No, actually, if you could just get me some brandy instead, that would be fine. And just make Tidwell do
And
this
he is
for like an
he's
hour.
just trying to meet everything you want.
Oh,
It's terrible.
I know.
So terrible. I'm going to roll this giveaway right now.
All right, let's do the giveaway.
Farger 32.
Farger 32. Congratulations, Farger. Both new names tonight that I haven't
Yeah.
recognized. Farger, go ahead, and we're going to whisper you to get your details to send you those tumblers. Congratulations. Now you can go. You are having Tidwell go back and forth, and he brings you the third jar of mustard because you wanted the brown mustard, not the yellow
Yep.
one. And then he says, I do beg your pardon, young master, but the guests in the other wing are also quite demanding.
Well, please, Tidwell, make sure that they're dressed and make sure you have the car ready at 7 p.m. sharp. We are going to town.
Where's my Dijon?
Yes, of course. Will you be taking the Baron and the Baroness with you?
No, not where we're headed.
And he heads off. And you guys all, you're dressed and you're getting ready to head out. And as you come down the grand stairway in the foyer to where there is a wagon that's going to take you into town, a young woman in a very nice dress is at the bottom, and she says, "Oh, you are the guests that the Tidwell has spoken to me of, yes?"
Yes, I believe so.
Or Chichornia, I am Baroness de Paulette.
Pleasure to meet you, Baroness.
And she'll take your hand and she'll shake it. And then
Shake it.
she'll take Ramsey's hand and she'll shake it. And then she takes Elias's hand, she shakes it. And then she takes Jared's hand and she stiffens. Oh, I'm having a vision. You are one of many. I see in the dark. Yes, I see walking through tunnels and so much dynamite.
I was about to put my hand away, and then I clasp it on. Go on.
And she's trying to pull her hand out of yours. And she says, "Oh, forgive me. I have this sight, as my people say."
What did you see after the dynamite?
I saw I saw you being blown up by the dynamite.
Me specifically, or
Or all of us.
You, sir.
was I wearing a poncho or wearing something else?
What is poncho?
I have a poncho. I'm take the poncho I have and
She kind of, ugh. No, no poncho.
Okay. I just got to keep the poncho on.
Please do not tell my husband that I have had this vision. He does not like it.
Fair enough.
Can you tell what were the color of the caves?
The what cave? What? The color of the caves?
You said caves. Caverns?
Did I? I'm sorry. When I have the visions, I don't remember them. I am taken by the spirit.
Wow. Wow. That is an amazing gift you have.
It is a curse.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry for your curse.
My husband does not approve, but he has brought me to this country to make money off of my gift.
He doesn't approve of it, but he's willing to use it to make money.
Yes,
Well,
it is very sad.
sad is not the word I'd use, but sure.
Does it only show visions of how people die, or does it do other things?
I do not often see how people die, usually happy visions.
Hmm.
You know, I tell this one she will be married soon. I tell this one they will have 2 children.
Could use a good vision.
Well,
Right,
your
I
vision
understand.
wasn't necessarily a bad one, if it's of any comfort to you.
No, that is no comfort. That is disturbing. There were explosions and dynamite and caverns.
Yeah. All things that are in our plan.
Yeah, that sounds like a Saturday.
Oh,
I come rolling downstairs and I'm like, speaking of which,
Oh,
let's go.
we're prospectors. Well, at least I'm a prospector, ma'am.
oh, are you friends with the Mr. Abe?
Well, he
Like
puts
to
up
think
with
so.
us.
Like
Oh,
peas
so
in
you-
pod.
You do know the Mr. Abe.
Well, we know the Abe Jr.
You know the son of the Mr. Abe?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Abe tells many stories about his no good for nothing son.
Yeah, we went into business with him.
Oh, well, tell me, is he as lazy as Mr. Abe says?
And then some.
Oh, Mr. Abe tells hilarious story about how son is going to school and not going to class and not learning anything.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds about right. He's a good young man, though.
Still will save your life. So
Yeah.
Save your life?
The world's
That's
a
what
weird
happens when
place.
you travel together, you know?
sometimes Abe knocks you out of the way of the dynamite.
You
Did I
talk
really?
a great deal of dynamite.
Very useful tool.
I'd like to imagine that, like, with the amount of dynamite that Jared has, it's like he has like a dynamite gut right now. His whole shirt's just filled with.
You're wearing it into town.
No,
It's no longer- it's no-
obviously not, but it would be hilarious if.
It's no longer dynamite, it's bellymite.
Yeah.
So yeah, you you will the Baroness will oh crap, what did I should write this down.
Yes. What is her name?
I think it was the Baroness de Paulette. And you will head off into town, and Abe shows you all a very good time in
Yeah.
Chicago. Chicago is, for some of you, the biggest town you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago is a metropolis, and there is just, it will the party goes all night.
Yeah.
And then
We don't
starts
go
again.
home. We go to an after bar party. Then we go to another party. Then we go to a bar that opens in the morning for
Serves
the workers
breakfast.
before. Yeah. That serves breakfast. So we take them to like a what we used to call like a third shift bar.
Yeah.
That would, yeah, you drink and serve breakfast before you go, like before the factory workers go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. It is a drinking town, and it is a hearty meal town.
Any gambling?
There is plenty of gambling to be had. Yeah, there is all sorts of fun to be had.
All right.
And so you spend a very good. Anybody who wants to gamble can make a gamble roll. Sure.
Oh yeah. 35. No, it's a regular success, but still a success.
All right. So yeah, you win You win $5 with your gambling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Elias is
risk.
gambling.
Go for it.
I hear
All right.
these are the loosest slots in town.
Actually, what's
Well, that's a success.
All right,
No matter
you
what.
win.
Oh wait, hold on, because
It
this
might
one
be
went
a
out of the
0, yeah.
box.
It might be
There's
a
a 1 in 10
100.
chance.
that it's not a 100?
7. I made
All
it.
right. All right. So yeah, you win $5.
Hang on. My mom gave me money, so I'm gonna gamble it for her. And I win for my mother.
Nice. That gets you $5. And yeah, your mom gave you $100 walking around money.
Yep,
You're getting dinner, right?
of course.
And
I'm just drinking in the sights and the sounds and the wonderful food and drinks, and I'm not much of a gambler, so I'm just enjoying everything.
everybody make me a spot hidden roll.
Dang it! I wanted to enjoy something, Ezra.
Oh wow!
Good thing.
Are there?
Extreme
hard.
success.
Ooh,
Extreme
hard.
success.
Just
Are
hard.
there? Is this our Pinkerton office?
I also got a critical success.
All right. So everyone
Hard.
except Jared.
Regular.
At one point in one of during the night, you come to another bar, and you once again see that that Latino man with the strange gait that was in Reno. And he doesn't notice you. He's just like sitting at a bar drinking.
Wait, I don't remember this.
Me neither.
He was the guy when you went to what's the fancy boat casino?
Oh, the Duchess.
When you went to the Duchess, he was the guy that Diamond Jim was meeting with.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I
he
don't think I
came
know
he
that.
actually came to your bar for a little while. He is a shorter man. He has a strange limping gait, but he's very clearly Latino.
Does this version of him or have the same limping gait?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like another Jared.
No, it does not seem that way.
Probably.
But he doesn't.
I don't-
Well, actually, let me see.
Do I? But I don't think I know him. Do I?
He does notice you, and he kind of looks a little confused, and then he just goes back to his drink.
Look confused right back at him, like, huh?
You
Did I meet him? You.
should go meet him now.
What?
I don't know.
I like how
I-
nobody remembers what the hell we did. 6
I mean,
episodes
aside from the obvious plot hook that's happening here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna send him a drink just because everybody keeps looking at him. So I'm just like, just send that guy a drink.
All right.
I'll walk over as well.
So you
I'm also sending every attractive woman in the bar drinks all of the time because that's what that $100 is for.
Yeah, that's right. You come home with none of the $100. You
100%.
You got the $5 that you gambled,
Yep.
but you can.
But I know where all the parties are.
Oh yes.
I know where all the women live.
Chicago is your town.
Yeah.
So you're going up to the guy?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Miss. I apologize.
Gracias for the tequila.
Forget your name. Elias Jackson, proprietor of the Silver Bullet Saloon. One of the.
My name is Antonio. Tell me, Mr. Jackson. You and your friends, you were in Reno, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
You have a saloon there. I came to this.
We do.
Yes. And why have you come to Chicago seeking money as well?
Business deals. I mean, you may have enjoyed the sausages at the saloon, and well, that's part of, why we're here. Make sure that we've got all the best food and drink to serve.
I see. Tell me, Mr. Jackson, does the name Santa Ana mean anything to you?
Does it mean anything to me?
You can
I
make
know it's the guy's got some wind.
you can make a history roll.
And I though? Hold on. This is not. It's history might be a thing.
Oh, it's a
History
thing.
might be.
I made it by 1.
Wow. All right. So there are a couple towns called Santa Ana, but
Yeah.
the most famous Santa Ana you can think of is the general who was defeated at the Alamo.
Yes. And when was the Alamo? 1840. Was it?
1848.
Okay. Yes, the name
You got
does.
a regular success, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The name does ring a bell. Person, couple of towns, general. What?
And
Why do you ask?
no reason. I just, nice to see what Americans think of my people and my history.
Have I ever seen a newspaper drawing of Santa Ana?
Ooh.
Gosh, let's call it an education roll.
I better make this.
I'm being corrected, by the way, in the chat. Santa Ana actually actually, let me rephrase this. I'm not being corrected. I'm showing my Texan bias because we consider the Alamo a win. But you people say that we lost the Alamo.
Literally everyone else in the United States.
And the world.
Sorry, did you make it, Thomas?
I did 78, and that's a success.
All right. Yeah, you can see this guy. You can see this guy looking like Santa Ana. But he'd be. I mean, this guy's kind of old.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't actually know much about the Battle of the Alamo. So
It was a good time. Tell me, Mr. Jackson, as the former 11-time president of Mexico, where might I get soldiers and guns? My
guns, Sears catalog.
You see, my country is destabilized, and they call for their El Presidente back. And I wish to give my people what they want. And unfortunately, the government in place right now is a repressive regime that is focused only on dragging my name through the mud. And so I seek funders and suppliers to help me retake my country. Do you know anything of Mexico, senor?
I know that there's a temple on the peninsula called Tenochtitlan. And I know
Yes, the Olmec.
Yes.
The Olmec civilization. Well, you do know Mexico. You see, most people think Tenochtitlan is Mexico City, but there's more than one Tenochtitlan. And the Olmec Tenochtitlan is on the coast.
Yes. So, I mean, other than the Sears catalog, or maybe asking the government here, I don't know where you would get weapons.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jackson. You have been very kind to an old man. And I hope that our paths cross again.
If they do in the future, maybe we could go to that old Teniche land.
If you could smuggle me into Mexico, I could be of assistance to you, yes.
All right. If I needed to wire you a telegram in, say, 2 months, where would I?
He gives
Send
you an address at a hotel in New York.
Interesting. Okay.
I am traveling across your states to get funding. This mayor, your Diamond Jim, he has made a generous donation. Although, I think he is interested in Mexico's mineral rights.
Yeah.
But I do not care why he gives me money. I just care that he gives me money.
Right. All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. And I think that's where we're gonna end tonight. I had months ago, I think weeks ago, I posted a picture of Santa Ana to the Discord because I thought he was gonna come up then. But
Meanwhile, I'm like, Elijah Jackson, you did not meet Santa Ana in a bar in Chicago. Stop lying to everybody.
He really was like 11 times president of Mexico.
Wow.
And he kept getting kicked out of the country, and then he'd come back. You get kicked out, he'd come back, and finally it took, and he was banished. And it isn't until I think it's 18. There's an amnesty in like 1874 that he makes it back into Mexico in real life. So that's going to do it for Quests and Cthulhu. Thank you so much. We got 3 raids today. We got a ton of bits. We got subscribes. I saw Squeal the Bard was gifting some subscriptions, which is awesome. Thank you so much for all of that. You're all wonderful people. And frankly,
we also had Infectious 37 with his 34-month subscription.
Wow. 34 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you do it, Amy.
I know. I'm sorry. Maybe Infectious should ping me every time I need to resubscribe.
I think I have the little, I just have to wait for the weird Prime thing to pop up again. But so again, Monday it's Dragon of Icespire Peak, and then Tuesday maybe a special surprise stream. Keep an eye on Twitch.
It might get noisy.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And the dragon might hear that clanking around.
Why? Whatever.
Okay, that was a bit on the nose.
Nobody knows what you're talking
That was
about.
way too on the nose, man.
Wednesday, the Redacted Reports drops. How many more episodes in this season?
So this will be episode 11 that'll drop. There are 18 episodes in the season proper, and then there will be the interludes episode. So there's another 8 episodes for this season.
There we go. And if you haven't, if you're watching this show for Call of Cthulhu and you're not watching and you're not listening to the Redacted Reports, I don't know what you're doing, really. You should be if you love Call of Cthulhu, you will love the Redacted Reports. End of story. And
also the creepy song that our friend Alexander Hollins composed for us will get in your head and stay there.
There you go. Our quotes for tonight: "We are heroes. I love you like a weird old prospector," which currently is close to winning. That's right there. There's always a but at the end of that sentence. Y'all know the devil? You can't let a bathtub of moonshine go to waste, which is also an excellent quote. I can only seduce so many cannibals. I like that one. I don't need a rope. I need a new pair of pants. Nothing bad ever happens when you push a roll. Deals with these folks are going to be much smoother. I'm pretty much always willing to punch someone, which is also an excellent one. Naked Jared was fine too. We have a track record with horses. Maybe the winner, good luck with your fish people problem. I was not prepared for an adventure of this magnitude, and a late runner. History might be a thing. I don't know. I'm leaning. I don't know. It's hard to beat. I love you like a weird old prospector. That is.
That's just gonna get you. That's just gonna get some weird SEO right there.
Yeah, really. Take that.
This is not the video I tuned in for.
Yeah.
I can think of
Oh, no.
several things wrong with that title. All right, so and we just get
Gotta
rated
rate
right now.
at the
Sadly,
end.
Friends.
The very
Yeah.
end.
sadly, Tabletop. Thank you, Tabletop Anthologies, for jumping in. We are just signing off from a successful. Oh, another Down Darker. They play Down Darker Trails. Awesome.
Oh, well, I hope that you do not have as high a horse casualty as rate as we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure you head on over to our YouTube page and subscribe.
Yeah.
And if you, because I'll subscribe to you as well, because I want to see
Yeah,
another
I'm
Down
actually
Darker
making a
Trails.
Basically, we want to cheat.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
Tabletop Anthologies? All right, I'm gonna
Nice.
Cool.
give them a follow.
Although it's not really going to matter because Ezra, much like Dan over on the Redacted Reports, does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but anytime you can work Santa Ana into things, and screw all of you people, we won the Alamo.
Okay.
And
Texas,
on that
the episode
bombshell.
title right there.
Texas,
Yeah.
Screw you
That's
all.
it. That's it. That's our title.
Texas never loses. The sun will never set on the Republic of Texas. Good night, y'all.